NVIDIA, and ESEA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the ESL Pro League. We're into the final matchup of the evening. It is SK Gaming up against FaZe. We've seen two splits already between Envy Astralis and now G2 Virtus Pro. Are we going to see another one here? I mean, the previous meeting was, what, way back in December? Back in Fragmite Masters. So there's been quite a few changes since then.
Yeah, and it definitely has. I don't think we're going to see a split today. I think we're going to see a 2-0
Ooh.
so.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, man.
FaZe up.
SK Gaming.
Don't be that
have
person.
Come on,
right.
Lauren. You should be embracing this.
Well, the problem is you phased up when the graphics on the screen, so nobody saw it, man. You
I can face up with both my
you had
fingers
one chance and you ruined it.
I'm assuming we're going to come back to camera at some point.
It will do eventually. Matt's just trolling you, keeping that graphic up just a little bit longer
There we go.
than you need
FaZe
to.
up.
No.
There you go.
I got it in.
No, I actually think SK could do well here. Like, I was really impressed when they faced up against Na'Vi very early on in the Pro League. I think that was on Cobble when we saw that really big adaptation come through. So they kind of got trounced one time. And then came back around. They infuriated, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Anders when they picked to start on the wrong side of Cobble, basically.
Yes, I remember.
And then, next time they turned up, though, they absolutely hammered it.
14-1 or something
It was
on
something along
CT
those
side,
lines.
didn't it, in Cobble? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
If I am, you can lynch me. It's
I'm
fine.
going to double check it right now.
But no, I'm pretty sure they came back against Na'Vi and then picked up an astounding victory. And Magis played this beautiful game. They actually started to really dominate on the B side, boosting up on towards that little kind of, I guess, flower bed by the tree. I don't know what you actually call it. I've never actually worked out a call for that. I probably
Big
should.
block.
Big block.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That's why he's not casting.
He's on the big block, guys. But no, like
Well, you know where it is, right?
True.
So
True.
it's all about being effective.
Yeah, I mean they 2-0'd Navi. That
Yeah.
was the thing. It was.
I think they lost to Envy and then they beat.
Don't give me a close up. I'm double checking the thing scores, man. Good God.
Matt said they're like, why are they calling me out again? God. But no. Honestly though, it was the adaptation I saw in that was very impressive. However, I haven't seen them for a while. I know Pimp's having a couple of issues. I think he's hurt his eye at some point. So. I don't know how much that's going to play into it. And again, you know, Freeze can have these really incredible matches where he goes off and plays this huge impactful role. And then others, he becomes extremely quiet. So it's like these kind of, a lot of factors need to fall into the right place, I feel, for SK to do well here. But then again, FaZe have been looking a little weaker than I expected, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it was 14-1, and it was Magic Boy that day that went off on one. So
I remembered.
You remembered it well.
Points to me.
Just a couple of weeks ago, that one. But yeah, I mean, that was against Navi. Navi were a little shaky at the start of the season, but they seem to have got going. Of course, Guardian's got those problems. But do we see FaZe obviously coming into this one? They didn't have the greatest showing on Wednesday, was it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I think it was Wednesday they played, guys.
55.
I mean, I feel like I don't think
Those things I hear like these two cracking up over there. Yeah,
I don't think their Navi showing, but FaZe's showing versus Navi was the worst we've seen. I think that was actually a step in the right direction for them because we were talking about how they've changed up their playstyle a tiny bit after Robin came into the picture.
True.
So they're getting better. As for SK, obviously they haven't been playing as much as your FaZes and your Navis and all of that, but they haven't really gotten the most impressive results either.
Look, if
as
we're
of
going
late
to
versus not that
we're
great
going to do
teams.
some Reddit math here. We're going to say
What's the Reddit
SK
math?
beat Na'Vi.
Oh, yeah,
Na'Vi
transitive
beat
property.
FaZe. So therefore, SK easily beat FaZe.
That's some top tier level.
I think we
Reddit
should just
work.
end on that.
That's it. Like, what
Yeah.
else can we bring?
That's it.
Does that count for both maps?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't matter
Yes.
what the maps were, Halvor. That's how
sorry.
it works.
It's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, it
No,
is
better.
it is Cash and Mirage.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Cash, really good map for FaZe, obviously. SK is able to play all maps pretty much decently, but they normally favor, I guess, your custom map. So Cobble, Overpass, that's the maps they like going to. Definitely not bad of a Mirage team, but I think FaZe is one tier above.
I agree. I think that on paper, this is FaZe having a great time of things. They should spank it. But there is the chance that Modi turns up, and the way he plays on Mirage sometimes can completely turn over a game. But then I think everyone knows that Modi is one of those inconsistent players by default almost. You know, his attitude basically took him away from the top tier at the very start of CSGO, and he kind of filtering back in, and he's found a good lineup here. But I'm hoping he gets a good game start on Cash because I think he could be one of the players to go off on Mirage. Same with Freeze as well because I think he's one of those players that needs everything to go right and then he starts shining. Cillian can be one of the players as well that kind of finds the perfect timing. He can be an incredibly smart player with the support, with everything else falling into place. So there's a lot to go right here. And of course, Magisk is always that element that if he has a big game, suddenly there's a lot of danger. But then there's so much threat on the FaZe side, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can pick any of those players to have a big game, and there's, maybe you can't overcome that, right? Because Fox has started to play incredibly well. He's having these massive swings around with the AWP suddenly. That is actually really impressive. Jacob and Rain, the two that Semler always champions going forward, have been starting to play a little better as well, but it's just the collective. It's like, where's that collective of FaZe, that really fired, kind of almost like edgy style to it, where they take these crazy fights, they do these crazy plays, and it works out for them. I want to see that again, but it's obviously dangerous against a young team as well.
Well, we'll see how it works out, ladies and gentlemen. The game is about ready. We're going to go over to our casters. It's Creamy Moses and the convict from Australia.
Budget caster would have been better. D-list commentator, also fine. Convict from Australia. I'll have you know, by the way, South Australia, or Adelaide, it's free state. That's where all you bastard poms came to because you wanted to. And we made you into tough guys like I am now. So we'll see about Convict, right? Anyway,
I have no idea about the situation down in Australia. I'm ignorant of that fact.
Well, I mean, it's more about the situation in this room in a couple of seconds. But that's fine. I mean, we're going to be moving on to this one. We're phasing it up here, guys. Of course, Halva, I don't even know. I tried to do it with two hands before, and I had to think
Sandler's
about it.
gotten really good at it.
Like just bringing it out like that?
Yeah. I swear he's been practicing it. But, yeah, I have no idea how to do it. But either way, yeah, I mean, I think they were pretty much accurate on the dust. This should be, on paper, a pretty solid series for FaZe to go 2-0.
Yeah, speaking of this one, though, FaZe have only played this twice since their actual inception. The first time was in Leipzig against Luminosity, which wasn't good. And then they played against eFrag at IEM Katowice and did get a 16-5 win. So, still, though, decent map for these guys.
Well, I mean, this is a map, this team, but when they were known as Kingwin, they were just like, this was one of their favorite maps to play.
Right.
They had huge wins on it. I think this is I'm pretty sure they were the ones who 16-0 VP on it. But they've had some very big wins on Cash in the past, so still going to feel very, very comfortable on it. The interesting thing is SK was at the major qualifier just a few weeks back. They did not qualify. They got beat out on LAN. And one, I forget, I want to say it was, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. So one of the members, I don't know who it was, came out and said, I've never been on a team that has such a discrepancy between their online performance and their LAN performance. So now back online, a little bit more comfortable, have a little bit more fun, maybe put up a little bit more of a fight.
Coach Robban in the hot seat as well for FaZe, as you would know. Let's see what they can do, of course. And yeah, I mean, generally the T side for FaZe on this map is very, very good. I think it's like a 66 or close to sort of win rate for them. So they like playing T side here. Let's see what they can do, of course, as the knife round has given FaZe as T side to kick things off with now. And Michael Lilly, so just going to be getting the boost up there for Rain. And Rain very, very quickly actually manages to claim freezes. Didn't have to spend much time up there to get the frag.
That'll put you on tilt real quick, getting just wrecked like that.
Yep.
And this is a very standard setup. This is the retake at A, stack towards the B bomb site. FaZe, they're going to get in, they're going to get a free plant, and then it's going to be a retake situation and in a 4-on-5. There are two smokes to use on Pimp and on Cillian, and Cillian has the defuse kit. So basically their best chance of winning this round is getting into the site and finding some kind of a ninja defuse in the smoke.
Magic's there as well. Not going to be seeing a heck of a lot. The smoke is yet to clear, and Rain has already got himself tucked in behind the forklift with a bomb plant. A very clean one here, of course, for FaZes. Oh, they can all just sit back now and just have a bit of a tea party as they wait for SK to try their luck coming forward here. Or luck skill, whichever one you like. Magic's went forward there as well. Rain's going to be able to catch him there from the forklift, and Pimp chimes back in for SK. Eyes seem to be working okay for the moment here. And there's Fox and JKM there, combining nicely. Pimp eventually will be gunned down, and that was just incredibly clean from FaZe coming and getting that plant.
Yes, smart by FaZe as well, that once the smokes get deployed, they all peek. They make sure that they're not letting anyone into the bomb site, too many bodies into that smoke, and make it confusing when that defuse attempts to come in. And they get away with the first round. That pick by Rain just opens everything up for him. That's so brutal to deal with as a CT. Now we have 5 nades bought by SK, so look for some nade stack. It's going to be towards this boost box. They all have the nades out, tossing them out a bit early. No one's quite there yet. The second ones will do some damage.
My.
Yeah, that's huge when they come in a little bit late like that.
It's like being mortar shelled at the moment. SK, good call there. The nade stack has definitely yielded some good results, and Pimp has been able to clean up as well. JKM has an AK as well, trying to spray down mid. Pretty average results so far from him on that one. And Fox has had to step aside as well and allow JKM just to try and hold that on his own here. Beautiful opening from SK. You can see the health bars just get chunked away. Jacame just struggling to hit anything right now. He does at least find Magisk, who gets a little bit too close for comfort, but Jacame was already so low. And there's a ceiling on him. Pimp chiming in. Fox, well, he's already had to get the heck out. He'll probably get a plan here for his trouble if he can challenge FaZe adequately. FaZe, again, able to avoid it. FaZe a little bit shaky here. The AK spray down's not really giving them too much to work with here. And Fox now wondering, do I go to B? Is SK going to get a bit of a boost up here?
This is a brutal spot to be in if you are FaZe. That nade stack, actually, the damage initially wasn't dealt, but the follow-ups did so good. Now Fox, what a tough spot to be in, and actually it looks like FaZe has a really good read on this, but is he going to get caught out? God needs to be out for Fox. FaZe jumping into the site. He's going to do the plant in the open. This is going to be a free kill, so SK Gaming do return the favor. Nice second round from them. That nade stat works out really, really well in the end.
Yeah, talk about countering any sort of attempt to tilt. We thought FaZe might have been off the face of the earth here, but it was an adequate response here as SK just wanted to make sure FaZe wouldn't be getting too cheeky about this one. Look at the health bars on the right. Wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It looked like the first two were a little bit too early for that stack. It looked like they were almost going to go a bit too far, but they do the damage. That was massive, and now FaZe doesn't want to give that up. They buy right back into this, deal some small damage to Pimp, force him back. It looks like they're going to posture over towards the A-bomb site.
Pimp there as well, just being punished for a quick pick towards mid, and that does open things up a little bit here for FaZe. Pimp's actually gone all the way back to spawn now. FaZe will decide to work on A. Magisk as well. Initially was up quite a long way, and FaZe are back away. So, interesting here, SK have given up a lot of A. They have no control from quad or anything like that. Very passive from them here as they're just going to try and bombard the opening.
Yeah, and try and use these rifles at long range. You have to live and die by this because there's going to be plenty of time to find some crossfires to set up if you're FaZe inside this bomb site. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. They have all the utility. That Molotov is going to force him out of position, but the smoke is going to cover his retreat, so still have to make their way into the bomb site.
I mean, FaZe here on a force of at least been able to get the bomb down without losing anyone. It's a very good start for them here. SK had to commit themselves to the retake, of course, by pushing back as far as they did. And now Rain set up on quad, expected. Bomb did come through, of course, from Squeaky. And a lot of shots coming out here, but not a lot of damage really being yielded. And AC now just going to jump out. Rain fires freezes as well. This is working nicely for FaZe. Can they keep it up? Michaelelli with a double, the beautiful stuff. And Magisk on his own is going to go down. Beautiful stuff. Michaelelli with his third. FaZe had nothing but Tech 9 armor there. A clean movement on towards that A side. This is the second time already that SK have allowed FaZe to get on towards A with 5.
Yeah, I'm so confused as to why SK played that bomb site so passive in that round. There were plenty of positions they could have set up. They had the rifles, they had the utilities to hold things off and actually make a stand in the site. But not only that, but they just let too much time tick off the clock before they attempted the retake. They spent a lot of time clearing out connector. Look at Michaelelli going for an extra peek, a free kill. Cillian gets caught out in the open.
Magisk now is going to try and get in towards A main. Flashed his way through, but did catch a nade on the way through. There's Modi, though, long range with a CC. Rain falls just like his namesake. And it's Fox and Squeaky at the moment. A slower push towards FaZe here as well. Thought I'd throw an emo joke in there for our producer, Matt. He loves that stuff.
That was a nice find by Jacob, and now Freeze. Pick up the gun, he has the CZ, takes out AZ. There's one more very, very low, but Jacob wins that fight. Now just Pimp and Madi so far away. And once again, this is going to be a plant and a round for FaZe. And Madi might just want to save this AK-47.
You can see a fairly conservative plant location there as well for FaZe. Just trying to keep himself safe and at least get it down. It's not been such a clean egress towards that A side here. But SK, again, just captain passive all over the place here. Modi set himself way back just to try and save that AK, of course, which he only got one kill with this round. And Pimp is hoping someone peeks their head out as well. He's hoping to catch on towards Jacob, I think, and he won't provide. He'll make his way towards Strucky, but bomb's ticking down as well. No kits for any of SK here, so FaZe looking really, really strong here. And this is their T side on case that we kind of brought up a little bit earlier on. It's just really, really strong, but SK aren't doing themselves any favors either. Pimp just balls of steel, reloads right in front of his opponent, is still going to fall, as Modi will still maintain the AK.
They both run out of bullets. What is that fight?
Just yelling some insults while he's reloading.
Right? Incredible. But yeah, 3-1. Yeah, and it is FaZe looking good, but I mean, also just some... SK Gaming had at least a chance to build up an early lead to at least 3-1. That questionable decision on the second round, I think, is going to come back to haunt them. Or on the third round, excuse me. Either way, now 5 rifles for the FaZe side. Still no buy out of SK. They're going to be saving one more. This time, no early peek for Michaelelli, no early kill, but still posture towards the A-bomb site. Rain this time, playing a little bit farther back. He did get punished last time going into Sunroom, so this time he's just going to watch it from far away, make sure there's no push. Everyone being very, very passive across the map.
You know, SK keeping in step with the way they've been playing earlier on here. And FaZe are happy to vary the pace a little bit here. They know, or they maybe fear that SK may actually try to buy something at this stage. So respecting that. As Modi just with the AK that he maintained, that's actually it. So a bit of a weird opening to this game. The first 3 rounds were quite strange with FaZe sort of dropping the ball in that second round, buying AKs and doing nothing with them. Remember, Jacob was getting gunned down in the same position that Michael currently is. But a recovery been made by FaZe, of course, now, and they look to try and rest mid away from SK. And you can see that Pimp is going to be all too ready to leave mid alone, even to the point of going back to his own spawn sometimes. And he's doing that again, just giving it up.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary for FaZe because there's 5 members from SK Gaming here, and even the AK-47 is around. Magisboy gets the first one. What comes next? AZ trying to do some damage up highway, finds 1 kill. Nice transfer. They do eventually trade some kills, but the AK is gone for SK, and it's just down to 1 CZ, lonely with 23 HP.
Magic's get a decent position at least, and Rain is hoping that he's going to try and relocate, as obviously no one really wants to be here. But Magic is going to hold his nerve for now. It's going to be a flash over the top from Michael. It's going to facilitate a push. Not flashed at all, Magic, so a push coming in towards him could be thwarted with the CZ. Rain going to dash across the opening, and he's going to head over towards B as well. Magic, next couple seconds, he'll realise that one as well. We'll see if he's going to try and go for this one here as well. Going to be definitely a struggle. It looks like he'll stay put on A for now.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he's got plenty of guns over there. Just get one of the AK-47, save it. You've done your job. You can't win the round. Just make sure you have that gun because your team is a little bit beat up when it comes to money. So make sure you're just going to have some extra utility that you wouldn't be able to buy otherwise. So good find for him. FaZe survives a little bit of a scare of walking right into a stack, but they managed it well. Now they're going to be up 4-1 heading forward. And the question is SK going to be able to have an AWP? I think they'll be able to if they go glass cannon. FaZe actually would be able to afford one.
Yep. And FaZe wouldn't surprise me if he used it as well. Magic as well. I mean, it's a bit of a sad story so far for SK Gaming. Haven't managed to make much happen here, of course. 4th round, still just the 1 AK held in hand, so they're definitely delaying their progress towards any sort of decent weaponry. I think now the buyers are going to come in thinking fast. FaZe does buy himself up the AWP. In fact, doesn't even have to go full glass cannon. Gets himself some body armor as well. He needs a helmet against AKs. Round 5, faced with 4 here already, Jason. And I don't know, SK, I want to see if their passive tendency carries over now to the buy rounds.
It shouldn't. They can't do that. They can't rely on just those 5-on-5 retakes. So I highly doubt that occurs, especially with an AWP. FaZe is actually going to get aggressive with it, but it looked like he wanted to. Oh, they're going to go for a boost. So Magisboy is going to be put up soon.
Risky. There was some pre-fire being put in that direction here. You can see SK just saw the bullets whizzing over their shoulders as they readied up to get the boost. Fortunately, that has now subsided as Jacob was hoping to get something for free there.
There's also a boost in the B bomb site to peer in towards Sunroom. Rain's going to be the one in danger there, but he's not far enough back to be spotted.
No, and it's very slow progress for Rain as well. He's going to show his head here, and Modi is up there. Does at least see him. So only the 1 player being spotted. Don't know if there was any peeks towards B main for SK, so hard to say what they've really gleaned from that, apart from just the position of Rain. But Rain, having seen that, is going to back right away as well. You can see him going to now rejoin the rest. And FaZe will be watching this corner from quad here. It's got Magic there as well on the boost, so SK have a decent hold here, and FaZe slowing it up nicely. Let's see what the entry looks like here. FaZe, interesting time to relocate there. Could have cost him, but still. Smoke towards Squeaky there as well. The door's already open, but Magis is going to rain down on towards Jacob. He will manage to get him, but AZ trades in the refrag straight away. It's back and forth stuff here on that A side. Pimp caught out in the open, didn't know where he was looking. And now there's 2 players rotating through from spawn. It's Acilian and Modi, but they're not in position. Another easy plant for FaZe, but there's Acilian. Gets to the site, gets the kill, and the 2v2. Flash is going to come out from Fox here. Definitely will slow Acilian up here as he wants to try and take this one away as quickly as possible. No kits for SK Gaming here at all. And that's what makes it so difficult. But Acilian's going to look for Fox. He does pick him up anyway. This needs to happen all fairly quickly. And Rain is going to play it pretty passive. Beautiful flash in. Well read by SK Gaming here as well. Will we see the defuse? No. Modi's going to have to go and challenge here. He's running out of time. He needs to try and take down Rain. He does. We only have time. 5 seconds left. He's got a kit.
Yeah, nice retake there from SK Gaming. The initial member of FaZe gets caught off by a smoke just disappearing at the inopportune moment. A little bit unfortunate there, but Fox gets caught just looking the wrong way inside that bomb site. So they did have time to relocate to different positioning, and Rain got towards A main, but when Fox falls, he's in such a tough spot. SK could have even picked up an AWP to just hold him in his place at A main. Either way, it comes down to a 1-on-1, so the money's still not good for the SK side.
Yep.
FaZe, they have plenty of opportunities here. They have many different options. Although now with the double op setup on the SK side, mid control is going to be a little bit more difficult. You can see Madi, Asilian, Magisboy all there trying to hold this mid portion of the map. And FaZe not even going for it. Rain not even boosting up. He did look like he wanted to boost someone. Molotov to force Asilian out, so they've alleviated a little bit of pressure, but once again, it looks like it's going to be an A hit.
Yeah, late boost here, actually. Rain not going all the way over. Knowing that they've at least managed to push someone away from Vents might give Rain a bit more confidence here, but you can see just how carefully he's playing this one. Freeze on the corner. Flash is not going to get his first shot here. Relocates, but Jacob's already on towards the side. He was going to one come out of Squeaky as well. Magisboy might be in a little bit more trouble than he realizes, but he doesn't give a damn. He gets 2 kills there. AZ and Fox fall by the wayside. Freeze forced into a bit of a poke war with Michaelelli. He opts out of that one, but Pimp gets on towards Rain. There's Magis as well. Finds Michaelelli, and Jacob falls, and that's a far better round for SK. Probably the first well-executed, clean round we've seen from them so far.
Yeah, Magisboy just went beast mode there in that round. 3 kills, holding off with just a Famas. Crucial kills as well as they were swinging into the bomb site. Freeze was forced out. He was forced away with the AP. He didn't even take a shot. The initial one when he was blind, it actually went underneath somebody who jumped over it, but he gets forced away with no impact, so it's all on Magisboy, and he steps up big there. But FaZe, these rounds have been a little bit stale. Basically every round is just kind of set up in a default and then reconvene over towards the A bomb site for just a standard hit. Seems like now SK is going to be a little bit used to that, and they've at least won the initial one, but nice shot by Rain.
Is this going to be another force round for FaZe that works far better than their gun rounds?
Why not?
Rain there. Well, after picking up their first one there, definitely a little bit of confidence for him as he and Fox tentatively trying to work on this one. Modi, though, gets a spray down on towards Rain. Doesn't actually pull back, so fancies another crack at it. Sees Fox there, but Fox is pretty darn sharp there with that Tech 9, and he's reduced SK to 3, 2 orbs and an AK to work with.
It now gets to the point where there's such a huge advantage, this defense, they've got to gamble somewhere. So Magisboy is going to come over towards the A bomb site. It's the right call as well. Yep. Freeze is inside with the AWP. He's got to land some shots. This often gets swarmed so easily. There's the first one. Gets a second one as well, even tags through. But Michaelelli does eventually fall Magisboy. Now Freeze has to hit that, and he does. This is good stuff from Freeze this round.
Yeah, beautiful. Freeze playing less of just a peek back and forth and actually coming forward and getting aggressive. Michaelelli, though, will shut him down for his audacity. He has himself an AWP, so this could be an interesting challenge. Beautiful jump from Michaelelli to take down Asilian. Looking dire for FaZe. Michaelelli brings it back.
And SK is going to look back on this first half and just be crushed at the rounds they lost. They lose the third round to a force buy. That time they lose up to just upgraded pistols. They get picked off. They get thinned out. And then FaZe is able to swarm him in that A site despite some play from Freeze. Some really inspired shooting. And now look at this buy item that they have to sustain with. 2 Famas, each with a smoke only. They have 1 kit on Magisboy. They have such little utility to use into this round. FaZe can abuse them in multiple different ways.
Freeze already being harassed. It was a nade that bounced far from him. No AWP for that man as well, so he'll be ruining the loss of that very, very important weapon. He has at least made his way in towards A main, but AZ going to be challenged out. Great shooting from Freeze to pick AZ off very, very early on here. And now he can step back in towards A. He's managed to shake things up a bit at A main, although Pimp has fallen. Still Modi and Asilian. You can see they're sort of more towards mid on that B site. Combining as much as they possibly can, and that the bomb is headed in this direction here. Modi got Jacob there as well. He pushed in towards mid, and now Rain going to come forward as well. Knows Modi is set up in towards Checkers. Where exactly? He hadn't jumped down just yet. He is seen, but Modi takes down Fox as well. And now Rain, he has to push into this one. Asilian, great combination. Asilian and Modi make it happen there. And Modi, of course, with a stellar round, 3 frags for that man.
Yeah, SK finding ways to be aggressive on the CT side. Get a couple picks, and then they just have everyone cordoned over towards the B bomb site. Nice round from Modi. Now FaZe, it's without being able to string any together. They're back onto a save. Michaelelli has plenty of money. Fox has 3,000, but the rest of them down below 2 grand. I mean, that's a bit tough. So you're going to see Michaelelli just dropping pistols over, save his teammates some money, give them a little bit of an investment, a little bit of power to work with because they don't have any nades. It's only Fox with armor as well. And it's all on SK. Like, don't lose this one.
Yeah, I mean, when FaZe just take these peaks, they don't have utility, so they just go for the straight peak. It seems to work out for them. Freeze again, messes up against pistols. Rain picks him up. Can't quite get the AWP yet as he's been challenged by Magisk. 1 point of health for Rain. He doesn't really care. He's going to push forward anyway now. He's on the site. Right near that container. Here is Pimp and Modi at least trying to control mid. They'll do that for the moment, but the problem here is at A. Just 1 player, though. That's all that really needs to be dealt with at this stage, and Magisk should be up to the task here. Pimp able to catch AZ as he pushes forward. Now Magisk is going to be kept a little bit busy. He knew there's another player on the A side, but Michaelelli still able to outplay. 2 versus 3, but Rain has 1 point of health. There's Modi. He evens up the leveling here. Pimp picks up Rain. He goes down. So 1v1. How does this keep happening? Again, Force. It's just a Desert Eagle here for Jacob. Pimp has something to work with here. The
what?
shot, brilliant. Oh my lord, Jacob. Again, it's a clutch shot to win FaZe a force round. You just can't make this stuff up.
What is happening right now? FaZe has won, what is it? They won the pistol round, but they've won like three saves, 3 upgraded pistol rounds. This is such a sick shot. And that Molotov, you'd think that should have ended things. Pip could have been a little bit more aggressive there, knowing that Molotov forces him against the wall, but what a series of rounds out of FaZe right now.
Insert red eye meme here. That was rough. Michael goes for an early peek in towards mid, won't make the shot, and Pimp actually is going to come at him. At least as far as the smoke is concerned. He's got himself on the other side of that one here, as Acilian elsewhere is able to take care of Rain. He was that B player. He will be sleeping with the fishes for the moment. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it seems like when they have their rifles, it's a tough time for them to find some opening kills. Once again, though, this is just going to be a late round to execute. You can see SK's getting used to this. Pimp's even pushing up in mid. Madi is now in early cheat rotate over, so this is going to be so difficult. Michael Lilly does find one pick. That is Madi, who did rotate over. There's two members here, and there's the flank from Pimp. He finds Jacob. Yeah,
investment from Pimp in terms of time and position. Got himself into mid early. Now Magisk has dealt with this push before, and he's going to gun down one, but not two. Fox is there to shut him down. FaZe at least chooses his moment to step out from the wings. Gets one. Fox in a 1v2. We've seen FaZe come back from worse already this game after 10 rounds at C now. Flashed up fully though. Pimp going to go for the peek, and he will manage to pick up the kill there. So SK Gaming actually win a gun round. There it is, FaZe struggling. And I think, yeah, again, back to maybe a bit of a force here.
Yeah, I mean, they've won a couple gun rounds. They just can't win the anti-ecos.
Yeah,
It's these pistols that they're having issues with. So why not?
Man.
Just go for it, FaZe. You've had success. It's incredible on both sides that SK Gaming can't handle anti-ecos, and FaZe can win their force buys, but not their gun rounds. So this is quite a curious matchup we have going on here.
This says a lot for FaZe as well in terms of their individual skill, just being able to pull out some of these plays. Composure as well, utterly crucial in these moments. Michael Lilly has come forward with the smoke already here, playing ahead of this one. He's got himself on towards B already, will be shut down though. Modi is going to make the peak, and there's not going to be anything that FaZe can really take away from that one, except a bit of mid-control if Pimp doesn't peek quickly enough, and he goes down. Rain picks him off. This is Pistols again doing work for FaZe. Now Magisk has been brought down on towards Highway here, and he at least is going to be able to take down AZ with the help of Freeze. The 3v4, and is Modi going to be pressured as well. Takes down Fox, is going to be one peeking from the side. Beautiful flick with the USP. Can't ask for much more. Modi has been an absolute stalwart on that B site, and that's SK getting their 6th round.
Yeah, and they needed that too, because it looked like those pistols, if he falls, they can swarm that bomb site. So finally, SK, they're able to string 2 together. Yeah, this was nice stuff. Pulls out the pistol, even jumping.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah, nicely handled. But into this next round, FaZe still a little bit beat up, but they've had success with the pistol, so no reason to think that they can't find a couple kills with these Tech 9s. Michael Lilly and AZ have those, 3 AK-47s beside of it. And quickly, once again, for FaZe over towards this A bomb site. So not a lot of variance in their tactics. No attempt at mid control in this half so far. No real attempt at a B bomb site hit.
FaZe looked so good until the gun rounds were coming up. We were singing their praises at 3-1 or something like, these guys are sick. The T side is just so many accolades, but I mean now again they do better with pistols. It just blows my mind. But Magisk now as well, already sat on that A side. He will be there with Pimp as per usual, and Freeze actually was mid, so he's not sure where to go right now, old mate.
Oh, well, this is a sick flank. Gets one, keeps spraying, damages the other. They're going to turn back to deal with them, but meanwhile, the hit onto the A bomb site is going, and not enough bodies to really clear this out efficiently. Magisk Boy's holding strong and quad. Some trades come out, but it's just down to Jacob. He's going to turn this into a one-on-one.
Yeah, Magic's trying to play that as clever as he could, trying to buy some time, but now 1v1, Freeze has the AWP. That's fine, as long as Jacob doesn't have the bomb down. Freeze is golden, as Jacob always had to peek into that one, and SK goes 7-6 here. Weird rounds to start with. Now SK starting to get out to a little bit of a stride. Have won the last 3 in a row.
It's all off the fact that this T side is just, it's all towards the A site. SK's got caught onto this now. So, I mean, FaZe not switching anything up. They're getting punished by these quick flanks through middle. You know, SK's taking a lot of advantages in that way, pushing up, being aggressive, knowing that at a certain timing, FaZe is just going to be lining up for the smokes.
I mean, the thing is, when they go towards B, Modi's there, and he just drops yesterday's lunch on top of him. There's nothing they can really do about it. That's maybe why A has been such a pick for them now. 3 men in towards Squeaky. Michael Lilly and AZ as well in long. So it's going to be a hard hit towards this site for FaZe. This is definitely a bit of a maverick approach. Do have armor as well as Tech 9s and Deagles here. Let's see though. Pimp is going to try and spray on down. Magisk is there. Great combination here. This investment from FaZe is going to be turned aside quite easily as just Fox now has to poke his way out. Try his luck, and Magisk is going to shut him right on down. 4 for him, of course. just reaving through FaZe as they try and pour onto A.
Yeah, and finally, SK Gaming seems to have these last 4 rounds in a row. I mean, they're not falling to these pistols anymore, holding strong. The gun rounds have always been okay for them. It was always those anti-ecos. Now again, they switch into a double up setup, or I saw a second up somewhere. Yep, they have 2 ups. So last round of the half, they are going to make this switch. FaZe might not be ready for it. They're going to have 1 op at each bomb site. At least 2 towards mid right now. Madi's going to push up against Cillian playing from sandbags, but they're not going to see too much action because FaZe hasn't really touched middle at all. Right now, they're just spread out in a default, looking for any aggression. And Pimp almost able to flick up to land that nice shot.
Yeah, well, so with Pimp at B, that leaves modding him towards mid to try and watch any sort of peek, but there's no boost this round. I think they're still shell-shocked, literally, from the grenades that came in earlier on in the game, because we haven't seen too much action from there since. FaZe studiously watching A main as always here, and SK just had to sit and wait.
Yeah, and FaZe still trying to figure out where exactly they want to go. This time it looks like Fox and Jacob are going to head over towards the B bomb site. Michael and Rain have good advantage there. Pimp is the only one here, and there's no one in vents as well. So there's a timing here where if they can hit it, this actually looks like it might turn into a mid to B split. A couple players, Fox and Jacob, behind the red box in mid, just looking like they want to line up some smokes.
And it will be FaZe taking the time on this one. Of course, pretty obvious to say that this is an important round for them. So Michael wants out from Sunroom, just a bit of a Molotov here towards that side. It's just going to be Pimps out there, so this actually could be problematic for the second AWP here for SK Gaming. Modi, though, is going to catch the move towards mid. At least gets 80, that's 1. Does raise the alarm as Cillian's able to chime in. Takes down Jacob. Now Pimp, he's got a lot to deal with pushing on towards this B side as Fox and Michael are going to stream on through. Freeze tries for a Molotov. He's going to get some feet pretty toasty there, but not going to be able to secure the kill. Magis comes in, of course, as that second line. It's just him and Freeze now have to hold this through. Freeze with an AWP, smoked out for the time being. And this is Rain, just going to try and keep tabs on Magis, hold him at point. Should be easy enough, gets a spray up towards him here. Freeze makes the pick, a good one as well. It's a 1v1 now. The man has a defuse kit in hand. He might just go for a quick one here. Rain can't get towards him quickly enough. He's going to have to rush on towards the side. There's no time, and the defuse comes in. Great work by Freeze. Gets the retake pick with an AWP and then a defuse, and Rain a little bit behind the 8 ball there.
Miscommunication. Rain plays that completely different if he knows the bomb's not planted for him. He tries to prevent the entrance into the bomb site.
Yep.
So a little bit confused on where that bomb was being planted. And, I mean, SK Gaming, it looks so sketchy to start with, but they end on a really, really solid note there. I think it was, what, 5 straight for them? I believe?
Yeah.
If I'm correct. Yes, I'm correct. Like always.
Love it, Moses. On point, mate. I mean, and this is a case from I think you call it cash here, don't you? Cases, everywhere, I guess. This is a case from SK that looked pretty darn underwhelming in recent times. Counterpit, they lost 5-16 to eFrag. And of course, Fnatic made life very, very hard for them later on in the ESL Pro League. So, not ideal, really, map for SK here, but at least they've shown that they can adapt to what FaZe are trying to throw at them. I think that's probably more important than looking outside at past results here, as it seems like, we talked about Magic setting up on A, putting more resources there, Modi just being the one guy at B holding, or maybe they just send Pimp there with an AWP. It seems like they're now to make it work quite easily here.
Just very surprising to see the D side from FaZe. I don't know if they're working on an A hit and they just decided to use it as a little bit of practice, where they just want to keep messing with it, keep tweaking a couple things, see if it works. But I mean, just kind of adapt in the match. But you didn't really see any change up until the very last round, and you could see they never went for mid control. SK always had that for free, and finally it comes to fruition in that last round. 2 players in mid, they effectively crush half of this mid to B split. So a little bit tough for FaZe to deal with. Now they're looking at a long half to recovery.
Yeah, not fun to really be behind the 8 ball at this stage, but it's been SK putting up a reasonably strong CT side. Now they've got to go on the attack, as it were. We'll see now those players, the stalwarts, your Moddies and your Magic boys of the first half. Let's see if they can continue to play that role now when the shoe's on the other foot. As looking at things that are being brought up here as well, we do see a couple smokes here for SK. 4 flashes. Michael just going for the nade here, no armor.
They are going to boost one up. This looks very, very similar to the T side that FaZe ran. But actually, 3 members are going to be towards door. Freeze is going to be towards A main. He's got utility. So does a Cillian. So it's going to be a little bit more smoke on the bomb site, but FaZe is much more dedicated to holding this. AZ and Rain both in the site. There's some early damage done. AZ gets that first kill. He does get Goosh. He's got to play a little bit more passive now. Finds the headshot, though. Good swing and a second one as well.
Nice work there as well. Forced still up for FaZe as they've held this push quite nicely. Magic is in towards the mid, and Pimp's sort of trapped here at quad. He needs to get some frags, at least to try and fight his way through this one. I'd say he's going to struggle at this stage. Magic does get on towards JKM. Jacob, as it is. And Pip's down towards 10 health. This is going to be a struggle. The nade comes in. The one nade that FaZe bought this round, Michael saves it for an opportune time. And now Magisk as well needs to get all the way over towards that bomb. And this is a good start for FaZe. This is what they wanted. They're going to post up a decent side here on CT. After maybe a T side that was left them a little bit wanting. It's Magisk now. Up past the truck. Smoke comes down as well. That was towards Highway. So one effect Magisk at all. He's going to go in for these peaks. And will go down. Rain is the man with the honors. Comes forward, picks up the frag.
Yeah, nice play from FaZe there in the end. It was a 3-on-1. Fox gets picked off, and the other two just make sure they're fighting together. So they do win that out. It's good stuff. And actually, I mean, you could see that one nade. It's like you can only live in quad for so long despite taking that damage. The flank in middle, it does get a kill, but I mean, it's just not enough damage dealt there. Rain and AZ were just beasts holding off that hit, dealing damage, biding time, getting a couple kills. AZ was 2 stunning kills from quad. Yeah. That was impressive stuff. And now look at this. I mean, FaZe just wants to mow people down. 3 P90s.
Just gets the boost up. Well, he's looking at Freeze like, you going to throw that smoke? Thanks, bro. He does. Yeah, P90s, I mean, that's pretty filthy here. FaZe definitely not messing around here. They want to get as many of these rounds in their favor as they possibly can. They'd love to take this map away, of course, Mirage being the next. Look at the smoke for Rain. That's pretty darn handy, and Fox is actually able to take down Modi. So Rain not having to break cover yet at all, not even giving away his position. AZ there from quad, picks up one as well. He needs to look to his left as Freeze was there, but he's already being forced to try and deal with Rain, who gets in and gets out, clean as you like. There's Fox picking up Freeze. Magisk got to struggle, and that's the mow down. That's the triple P90 strat. FaZe Clan make it look easy, and SK, no chance there.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And that's the difference. We saw SK give up that bomb site and their anti-eco in the first half, and a completely different result here as you see the M4 AZ. He's just holding down quad, being very patient, letting the P90s do the work, just being that last insurance policy inside the bomb site, and SK can't do anything. So one more round they'll have to sit through. They'll have to basically sit out with no investment, just Glocks on the board for them. Essentially just running to their slaughter at some point.
Icilian's going to take the bomb solo towards Squeaky at this stage. And Rain will be ready to give him a warm welcome if it's required. In fact, it's actually Icilian who pushed out on his own. Not sure about that one, but maybe the door was open. That might be it. And a grenade being thrown in there as well. That cuts Magisk down quite low, and that bomb is just sat there as well for FaZe, and they can just hatch that one for as long as they please. Now SK are being drawn over here. Smoke towards mid, but Freeze now will be the next man to step up to the plate. That's that smoke, so Fox wasn't able to do too much and see too much about the rotate early on. He's forced to go long range with the P90. Not the optimal way to use that one, but Rain pushing through A main here. And this is interesting. Freeze and Modi are sat at A. Rain pushed past them, and they might be able to sneak a plant here.
Yeah, actually, they are definitely going to sneak a plant. This is that's good stuff. That's best case scenario. So a little bit of an oversight from FaZe. Once again, leaving the bomb site unguarded.
Oh, he's going to go for the straight defuse here. There was actually another player, but AZ at least able to spot out Modi there. And Magic's not able to do much from mid. Cheeky from SK, audacious at a stretch. Well, they still at least get the plant there as well. I mean, what more can he hope for against these P90s really cutting you down at close range? So SK now going to go and buy up a bunch of AKs here. And plenty of utility to boot here. This will stem any sort of bleed that they saw coming into this one here. And FaZe going to keep those P90s.
I imagine they're going to be aggressive somewhere on the map with a couple of these P90s. Just push forward, get in their face, use the mobility. You don't have to stop running, don't have to stop shooting. That's the advantage they provide. And here it is towards the B-bomb site. Jacob and Rain, they're just going to hop right through with a pop flash out towards B-bomb site. They haven't seen anyone yet. No one's even really watching this. Madi and Pimp playing inside the useless room.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this could be a disaster. They're just going to get one in position and fall away.
Jacob sat there with a P90. Could be devastating for SK if B is where they want to go here. So smoke being placed down here as well. So Rain would love to try and imply that he's the only player at B. And Modi is going to be going forward. It looks like he's looking towards Sunroom here. So a bit suspicious of whatever might be set up here for FaZe. But that's how they're going to try and use those P90s here in this round against an armoured up SK Gaming. And SK have at least managed to get themselves in towards mid and Modi. You can see through the wall. He's looking that corner. He's like, surely. Yep, he's seen it. Well read by Modi. Really just not making sure all his I's are dotted and his T's are crossed there. Also picks up Rain as he pushes forward. So negating that P90 at close range. Michael Lely has to spray. Modi's going to pick him up as well. The guy's a beast. Massive round from him. And that will crack B wide open.
Yeah, save call for AZ and Fox. They've got to fall back. SK, with the full bomb site, with all 5 members alive, go chase. Get these guns out of their hands. Yep. And it looks like Pimp's on that mission already. At least wants to confine them over towards the 8 bomb site. He's got them cut off from pushing too far through door. He's about to run into him, though, because Fox and AZ have pushed all the way through, and actually, he's here pretty quick. So this is going to stop any kind of progression, but Fox has an op on this angle.
Yeah, Pimp still needs to be careful here. I don't know if he's going to test this one as well, or maybe hope that FaZe over-rotate to get themselves into a super safe position. And he knows that Fox has an AWP in hand, or at least should. So he'll wait. Bomb's going to be detonated here, should I say. That was just really, really nice. I mean, all about Modi there as well.
Yeah.
Starting off with that peek towards Sunroom, I mean, I don't think there was any cue that should have given the game away to him. And he just checked that. He was adamant that there would someone possibly be there.
There was two things. Either he heard a footstep of Jacob falling away from that position and figured someone could be there. That might be the one thing. Or just because they had no eyes on it, just being very, very cautious and making sure everything's cleared out. Because none of them, usually you see someone playing out towards despawn looking that way, looking for a push-up. But they were all to the side and useless, and they weren't watching it. So just being very careful once you eventually progress to that point. Either way, 3P90 save. They didn't really lose any money. They just lose a round. We're going to have M4s this time, and Rain is going to stick around, peer through the smoke, see if he can grab anyone. He's completely blind, but he recovers in time to get one. Fox chimes in as well.
Yeah, good little peek there as well. His hair got a bit singed for a moment as Magic gets gunned down up on towards that boost. Jacob as well, got to come to life, and now Modi, who was the architect of SK Gaming's last round win, well, now has to try and do it again up against much more oppressive odds. It's going to be Fox there, just sat on the corner. He saw him. Modi knows that as well. He has to go for the challenge here as well, but Rain is also watching. Modi doesn't care. Gets the spray down, but from the side there was Fox, I think, with the AWP. Shot straight through to pick him up. And this game really been back and forth. After we got past the very angsty, weird start to the game where FaZe didn't know how to use rifles, now we are even Stevens and SK. Well, not a good start to the last round for them, I think. Rain definitely made their life very, very difficult in mid.
Yeah, they just got smacked down, which is crazy because FaZe didn't even touch mid on the T side like whatsoever, except for one round. This time they postured for it and Rain just beats them. From a position that they tried to Molotov, they flash it back. Still, he just stood tall. So now the question is, they're going to go right back to it. This time it's just Magisboy. Probably a situation where he's just going to lurk out mid, much like the pistol round. It's going to be heavy A execute. So AZ and Rain, they have a lot of work to do here, and these are two of the heavy hitters for FaZe.
Yeah, we know what those two can do together. We saw them run with the P90s earlier on, and they made it work. Here we go. That looks like we're going to have an entry on towards this A side in a few moments. Rain and AZ both flashed. AZ not as badly as Rain, and Rain is just going to be completely caught with his pants down. AZ, another flash for him, comes forward, sneaks in towards A main, actually gets the jump on towards Pimp, but it won't be enough. Modi, again, just accurate, shuts him down. 4 kills for Modi right now. This guy is an absolute machine. He might not be able to win every 1v5 for SK Gaming, but when he's required to step up, man, he's good. I remember it was last season, actually, one of his first games for SK, even that one. It was Mirage, I think, and wasn't overly impressive for SK, but still Modi a standout even then.
Well, look at how disciplined he is. Not going for the ace. He's just like, all right, team game, play the economy game, play the long plan. But what a sick round. 4 kills on the entry for him. Just very quick sequence as well.
Yeah.
And that was nothing but a standard execute. I mean, a couple of the FaZe members got caught out by flashbangs they weren't expecting, a little bit blind. Rain obviously forced out by that Molotov. AZ here completely blind, tries to recover, but you could see how slow his sensitivity is there.
And you can see Modi's position. He was a long way forward. He'd pushed past Tractor, could be threatened by Truck, and still just flicks around 180, gets the shot there. FaZe opens up the account, care of Fox. That was Freeze who fell. So that AWP in the hands of Fox still is going to be required to do some work here. It's going to be a smoke lobbed in Fox's direction here. He's going to have to relocate more towards where Jacob is, but there's a flash in there as well. And SK Gaming, again, just covering their bases, paving the way for potentially a successful big entry. But all the while, Acelian is not even close. He's set up with the bomb elsewhere. He's almost heading towards A here. So Rain going to be forced away from mid. Magis gets a boost as well. So with Rain having to leave, that gives him a bit more freedom to set up. Molotov in towards Sandbags, I believe it was now, as Michael Lilly has to give up mid here for the most part. So SK coming forward quite well despite having lost Freeze already, but now Jacob, an important player. He gets the bomb out of Vasilian's hands, as well as he gets his head off his shoulders now. It's going to be challenging from all sides. He can hold! Jacob holds beautifully now, and Modi's going to come around the corner. He can't quite stand up to Modi, but still the damage is done. 1v4, Modi has done big things, but lacks the support of his teammates there to make it happen. 11 and 11. Jacob there, that was pretty dicey stuff for the man, but he hung on.
Neither of these teams could win 2 rounds in a row. Part of it is that some of their rounds they're always so convincingly won in one way that there's always bye rounds. No team has had to save play yet. It looks like in this round, SK going to go for a light bias, a little bit of armor on Magisboy, but it's upgraded pistols, nothing behind that. So finally, SK kind of relinquishes their hold on this match, at least economically.
Yeah. AZ going to make the push forward. Won't quite work out.
Why not?
He's just turned aside by Magis there as well. Don't know about that one, but anyway, Rain sat back at the side here as well. Michael Ellie will be coming to support him, but just now making his way across highway, so at least he can get into position as well. Throwing that nade over in towards A main. Knowing that SK don't have a heck of an arsenal to work with, although Magisk has been able to take AZ's M4 away from him here. And just not a kill that FaZe really needed to give away at such an early stage, although we've seen countless and countless A main pushes work out. But against a team you should expect to be sacking if they're on towards those pistols, a little bit risky.
Yeah, and I mean now M4 on a Cillian. Some pistols to work with. No nades, but Rain and Michael Layla, they're going to have a big job to do here. You're going to have a couple burst out of door, a couple burst out of A main. Madi is boosted up, so this is just a typical gun run execution we've seen SK run before, as well as on the pistol round, essentially. Except that time there were 3 outdoor, but either way, just biding their time, and it looks like Madi's actually going to be sent off to do some kind of distraction, see if they can pull one of the defenders of the A bomb site, make him cheat towards mid, make him cheat towards the B site. There's Magisboy, opens up on Mike Laley. Now it's all on Rain.
Yeah, Rain not with the best angle there, as well as the heads had already gone under the red container, but a relocation is going to yield him 2 kills. Will he make it a third? No, Magisk shuts him down, and now Fox has to make a rotation with the AWP here. So got a retake, bombs down, up against 2, and an AWP in hand. So a lot of things there not really in Fox's favour. And SK Gaming look to actually force a round away from FaZe here if Fox doesn't have anything to say about it here. He's got a kit, so that's not the concern. It's more getting past this one. A great little crossfire. Magisk, beautiful round from him. 4 kills. That Deagle really coming up trumps.
All right, then. These teams are going to have to go back to the drawing board of their anti-ecos because neither of them has looked particularly impressive on them. No armor. And you see, I forget who it was, that first member of FaZe had just come through this way. I think that was AZ and just gets bodied. Doesn't get any kills. And
was it Rain looking for the peek into A main? Or?
Yeah, and then he gets crushed by a nice deagle shot. I mean, that one, sometimes you just can't help. Those deagle shots are just crazy. But
yeah,
the amount of anti-ecos lost in this game so far has been a little bit ridiculous.
Well, Jacob fancies holding a bit of a closer angle here, of course, with the pistol. That's all that FaZe have to work with. No armor, no utility to speak of. And it was well an AWP shot towards Jacob just to send him packing. It's Modi who seals the deal. And Freeze as well. Looking for anyone from FaZe, maybe just peeking a little bit far forward. I mean, the shoe's on the other foot now. This time it's FaZe with pistols. Look at Rain. Very tentative here as well. There is Pimp waiting on the other side of the door from him. And Magisk might even catch him here at an angle as he peeks out. Yep, Rain going to be struggling to win this one. He looks for Pimp as well. He knew he was there, but Pimp also had prior information. FaZe down to 3 here, even less to work with. They're going to stack him on towards B. Seems like a reasonable decision here as SK are posturing there for the moment. Still trying to rotate, but looks like they're going to press their way in. Michael Ellie on the site. Molotov there, didn't manage to catch him. He's still safe behind the box. Magisk showing his back there. Maybe the smoke not going down. I'm not really sure what happened there, but AZ also gets a kill. Freeze there, picks one up, and luckily Freeze going to be able to salvage this here for SK. It was looking a bit dicey, but now Michael Ellie has to go the retake. Nothing but a P250 and a dream.
They don't know he's here, but unfortunately the bomb is over towards headshots. They're going to take a wide angle on him, and that's not what you want with this PT-50. Freeze slowly working his way past the smoke. He's going to even clear all the angles, so Michael Laley can't do anything. A good round from FaZe. They do good damage. They almost are able to pull it out in a 3-on-5 even with just those pistols. Either way, tough spot to be in now if you're FaZe. Now you've got to go for a run because you're out of money. A win here from SK essentially assures them at least map point.
Yeah, Freeze securing 3 kills there as well. Definitely helping SK Gaming get that one back here. Yeah, not looking ideal for FaZe here. Both these teams, I mean, they're 9th and 8th place. SK just below FaZe, both 2 and 4. It's round difference that really separates these guys. And to be fair, in losing games, FaZe have a decent round difference in general. So Jacob takes down Magisk. Michael Ellie as well. Having a pig, not seeing a lot. It was a nade there thrown towards Freeze, and that's going to push him back for the moment. Good opening from FaZe here. But Freeze still going to shut them down. They good shot in.
Yeah, he got dinked very, very quickly, and he still uses a headshot angle effectively, just remaining up there saying, you have to hit me in the head, so it doesn't matter what my HP is, and he finds the pick. Now Michael Laley's going to have the next big job to do because the B bomb side is open. Modi's in it, and Rain and Michael Laley are going to be flanking through the vents.
Yeah, so SK have the ability to push in here as well, and FaZe want a bit of a lightning retake, and Michael Laley, in fact, is just going to preempt any sort of bomb plan and go himself. And Rain has caught Pimp. Modi going to reply back, and fortunately, it's not going to be enough. AZ's going to shut him on down. And again, back and forth rounds here as well. Neither of these teams ever have settled into a confident groove of stacking rounds up. You can see that right there. Higgledy-piggledy is probably a word I'd use to describe that one.
What word is that?
Higgledy-piggledy.
Higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah, I think it's a British word, actually, to be fair. But there you go.
I've never heard of it.
All over the shop, as we'd say in Australia. Okay. I don't know why it's a shop.
Much more reasonable, I was saying.
I don't know why it's a shop. It just is.
That is amazing. I want to hear Lee use that word. That would crack me up.
Oh, I don't know if he ever has. Anyway, Michael Eddie trying to challenge Asilian. Obviously, the Mag 7 out in front. Actually, to be fair, he's lucky to get away with 42 points of health. It's Asilian who comes off far worse in that little engagement. 13 points for him. But SK haven't committed yet. Freeze still the Tech 9 as well. And he'll sit in middle. Probably just try and look to hold a closer angle here. Or he can be the boost boy. No, it's Asilian to do the job. So looks like 2 are going to be going up there.
Not sure why Freeze hasn't taken the AK-47 off Asilian with low HP. Pass that over, let him do some work with it. Either way, Fox going to get aggressive, take the initiative, finds Madi out towards the B bomb site. Now it's all on Jacob. He's in the vents and he can't land that kill. Magisboy's brought so low, but he wins it out in the end.
Yeah, important as well. That's mid-control. Now Rain is forced to try and challenge that by pushing out in towards this opening here. And you can see he's not keen to do that, even with the flash to accompany him. He's going to back right up here and give that over to Majesty. So that's important for SK. Their options starting now to increase. And it's Pimp and Freeze one will accompany Asilian here as well. You can see Asilian being the low health player. Still hasn't handed over that AK, interestingly enough here. He'd like to be bait, I guess, is that weaker guy, but having an important gun, he needs to be careful about how he plays this one. Now, as Azy has to get behind Quad, he does see a bit of action here. Flash comes over the top as well. He's bought himself enough time for Rain to get there. Freeze is felled, and Rain is going to move over towards the site, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a Mack truck to the face, and there is Rain on towards Pimp as well. It's just Magic now to try and take this one back, and we're going to have a drawn game. It's 13-all here. FaZe bring it back, and it's getting tight towards the last few rounds.
Yeah, and SK's out of money entirely. Now they have a big question of where they go in the next round. I imagine save this round, next round take a timeout, figure out what you want to do, get that mid control, see if you can take that from FaZe. But now these gun rounds, finally FaZe is starting to stabilize. They don't have great money built up, but at least they finally secured 2 in a row. They haven't done that since the pistol round and the ensuing. So that's pretty incredible. Rain's having himself one hell of a game, 28-18.
He's played towards mid as well when he's been forced to rotate. Has been great. There's Jacob though as well. That's going to make life hard for SK. Bit of a spray on down as he comes forward as well. With the USP, it delivers his own brand of devastation. And SK Gaming probably didn't expect too much to come from that round as well. But FaZe now trying to apply a vice grip to this game. And of course SK's throat here. Yeah, not wrong about Rain. That guy's had an absolute blinder of a match. 28-18.
Yeah, this is good stuff out of him. So maybe actually him playing in mid, and SK just says, all right, let's go away from it. He's been dominating us. Maybe you avoid it completely. This time, though, it is going to be SK heading over towards the boost box. Maybe going for something quick. Michael Ailey is going to get up towards vents. Jacob is also at the B bomb site, and this does look like it'll be a delayed mid take. It's going to be all on Rain. AZ is going to be on highway to support, and Michael Ailey in the vents. They could wreak some havoc up there.
Yep. Magic wants to at least be able to get safely up on towards the boost and Molotov Rain out of that position. And there you go. He's going to be challenged though. Does pick up Rain, so that's a good start. Michael Ellie no longer in vents. He actually backed off towards Checkers, so wasn't there to challenge that one again. And mid-control SK. He got
Molotov out of sandbag, so really nice nade work by SK to find an advantage there. Isolate Rain, and you could see when the Molotov came in, he knew it was coming. He tried to get out, but good peek from Magisboy.
Looks like Human Rain loses to Fire Rain most of the time. Now here's the push out of vents here. That camera. Thank you very much, Rushley, but Michael Lilly now has to get the spray down. Freeze, though, is going to pick him up, and Jacob, there's a lot on his plate, and Modi is going to have him for breakfast. It's AZ and Fox now. And they have to make a very quick rotate from A. So SK, again, keeping this game in the balance with a plant 4-man up. And AZ now wants to get through this smoke up. He may even just go for it here as Fox as well. Won't be seeing too much at all from Heaven as SK keeping their heads well and truly down. They're just going to have to back away and try and save their guns here. I don't think there's any real chance. Little peek towards mid, and Magisk is punished for his audacity.
Yeah, nice shot from Fox. That's a crucial weapon to keep into the next round. It's only Jacob who's really sitting on a lot of money. AZ and Fox, they'll all be able to buy, so this save is actually a pretty good call. They needed to get a kill quickly into that bomb site. Once that second smoke came down, it was pretty much all over from there.
Yep.
But SK, once again, mid-control right off the bat. They get that opening pick onto Rain, and then they have the two defenders in that B bomb site completely isolated. Michael Lilly had a chance there hiding behind that box in Checkers, and once he peeks out, he just couldn't complete any kills.
Yeah, no, definitely a bit of a choke moment for him there as well. So Rain, he went towards those sandbags last round. We've seen him also at Sugar Cube, or the white boxes, as it is known, in towards mid, and we've seen him have some success there trying to shut down people boosting up. Maybe he'll go for that one this round as well, as he's definitely a really key player for FaZe. There's no coincidence that he does have those 28 frags here. He's definitely been important.
This time, there's a switch up from FaZe. They're putting Fox with the AWP in mid. Now, this position has been getting smoked out by SK when they eventually do execute out it, when they do. And actually, AZ's going to push up in A main, so a little bit of control taken by the FaZe side.
Yeah. Boost, not really possible for SK until they smoke Fox out, unless they fancy trying to challenge that man. They've got plenty of smokes to work with here as well. So utility, got to be important here for both of these two teams because they respect the crucial positions for one another. Rain has actually absconded towards the A site for this round, of course with Fox watching mid. This might be a smoke in from Magisk as well. This can make life hard. He probably has a, smoke for mid, I'd say. And that's Fox. Can do stuff all about this one. He's just going to back up, and Magisk again has established that mid control. It seems as FaZe don't really have an answer to SK's push over boost at this stage. And they are paving their way correctly here.
Well, Fox is now going to cheat over towards the B bomb site. Reads this coming now that mid control is in. Rain's got to be a little bit careful off highway. This is going to be a B split. If any of these Molotovs go towards this checker box, they're in a lot of trouble.
And SK should be expecting Michael Ellie to be here as he was last round. And in terms of weapons and that, nothing much has changed. Jacob as well is actually the man here this time. He gets cut down by Magisk. Not much he can do there as well. So SK just making correct decisions here. And they're really paving the way towards a round win. There's still 3 players up for FaZe, and Fox fancies the cheeky little flick through the smoke. Won't find anything. And it's annoying. They've been cut out from the site yet again, of course. And to be fair, SK are out of smoke, so there's no more stalling they can really do there. And FaZe know they need to go for some sort of retake here. Razy, Molotov here. Modi sat on the site there as well. His feet going to get a little bit fried here as well, as he just has to try and back away, but not offer himself up as a target. He's done that so far. FaZe getting absolutely nothing peeking into this one, but it looks like, Fox, no, somehow Freeze picks him up. The push towards the door for Pimp, not going to work out. As AZ as well picks up Magisk here, so 1v2 for FaZe. Important times now for Rain. He doesn't know where to fire. He knows there's a player on the side. He's just going to try and vert up towards Modi and get a quick shot, but he knows Freeze is sat in B main watching. Great work from Rain, but already the damage has been done. Freeze can back away, knowing the bomb was going to go up here, and SK take it to match point. Very, very tense round there, and the unsuccessful retake for FaZe going to put themselves in this position.
Yeah, 2 rounds in a row, and good thing he salvages that AWP because behind this, a couple players are beat up on money. AZ with the CZ, Michael Ailey with the Deagle, 2 M4s on Rain and Jacob. That's nice to have, but it's all going to be, this op is the big thing. They've got to find a way to have success, and they need to find a way to stop this mid-control from SK, because the fact that SK's been able to utilize it on their terrorist and counter-terrorist side both has been punishing to FaZe.
Well, now, see FaZe going to just have to throw caution to the wind here as well. They're going to take it to overtime, and AZ, that's a good start. Modi, his face is blown asunder by the CZ at close range, and Rain as well. Going to get on towards Magisk here. It's been pretty darn good for FaZe to hold so far. Only 2 players left for SK. Make it 1. Freeze trying to hold on. Gets the spray on towards Rain. 1v3. We do have an overtime. FaZe are bringing it back. And they are definitely going to give us a game here. Both these two teams, it seems like they're hitting power peaks at different points in the game. But FaZe able to stave off defeat, but only just.
I like the call from SK, a switch in pace, a switch in tactics over towards the A bomb site. It even worked out perfectly, aside from the fact that the kills don't go their way. AZ with that CZ stops it cold, and then even Rain getting there just in time to bail him out. But you could see, I mean, FaZe was postured. They had 3 members towards middle. They only had AZ with the CZ at the A bomb site. That should have been an SK round. Just really nice performance from the members of FaZe, and they hold on just barely.
Overtime number 1. Or potentially many if these two teams keep taking rounds tit for tat.
Look at this switch up. Fox AWP, Michael Ailey AWP. So another double up setup. This can get very, very expensive on the CT side of overtime, especially if they can't win this opening round. They're going to get punished so hard.
Yeah, that cash is going to quickly dwindle away for them. Freeze, though, wants to challenge at B main. Hasn't peeked out too far as well. SK, yeah, I'm going to give it to them there. I wouldn't exactly call them Mavericks. They definitely are pretty patient in a lot of ways. I think Modi is a great example of that. Freeze, Michael Leg just comes straight towards his crosshair. Jacob, though, is there around the corner. He gets a double spray down as well. Throws caution to the wind, and it does pay off. It's aggression versus patient play here and FaZe up the 1 player.
I think Modi thought that gap in the smoke was going to be a little bit more beneficial to him, but he walks right into the bullets of Jacob. A little bit unfortunate, but nice stand from FaZe.
Looks like AZ knows that Magisk is there. It was a nade that went on towards his head, but Magisk is going to pop up, and AZ not going to get the high score on Whack-A-Mole today. And there's Fox as well. He's pushed in towards A-main with that AWP, so he's going to be able to catch anyone pushing in early. But Magisk is on the boost, and Cillian and Freeze are heading over towards his B side.
And this is brilliant from Fox. He's pushed up in A-main. He has all the intel in the world that it's not coming to that bomb site,
Yeah.
so that's why Rain feels so comfortable stacking over here. The big question is, does SK actually execute to take this bomb site, or do they let the AWP pick into the site quietly? Molotov comes out. That might delay him a little bit, but Freeze has the angle. Rain's got to be very cautious. Smoke goes down just now. Freeze looked like he wanted to take the shot. No one comes in quite yet, though.
No, Jacob mildly flashed, but it's not going to stop him from getting picked towards Magisk, and there's Rain as well. The stack working out quite nicely. It's all off the back of the information that Fox was able to relay. Guys, SK are definitely not trying to work A right now, and he was right.
Yeah, that stack, beautifully done. They don't pick up the AWP, but Michael goes right back to it. So still a double up setup. They want to have that. He'd lost the battle against FaZe last time. SK, meanwhile, they switch away from the AWP. They have 5 AK-47s to work with. They have plenty of Molotovs to clear out positions. I imagine they'd go right back towards that mid control.
We'll see if it works out for them here. And again, Rain is going to be sat at Sugar Cube, so he'll be expecting or hoping at least for some sort of boost up, as it's always been him versus Magisk in the last few rounds. Patiently waiting. Nade drops back behind him. A little bit of damage. Nothing to be writing home about at this stage, as Magisk even looking for a counter boost here as well. So at least he recognises that FaZe prioritising mid control, as SK have been able to, I guess, snowball off of that in each round and actually take it over towards a site. But this is a very, very slow play from SK here as well. It's hard to see what they're planning. Again, Magisk can be smoking, and it's a Molotov as well towards Sandbag. So Rain flashed as well. So they've tried to cover every angle in mid, and Rain just has to give that one up there as well. So SK, so good this game in establishing mid control, even when FaZe really want to contest it.
Yeah, well, they've been good at manipulating it as well. This time, though, Jacob's still in the vents. Has a little bit of a delay in this, and he actually wins out that battle. Now, towards B, he's pressured as well. Tries to fall back, gets into the checker boxes. Michael Ailey's there supporting him with the AWP. And SK has mid control, but the bomb's over at the B bomb site. 45 seconds left. They've got to figure out somewhere to go here as Magisk Point peers up highway.
Rain. Timing here being of the essence. Magisk's going to back into him. It's going to be a bit of a weird fight here, but AZ takes it at point blank, goes down to 14 points of health. But that's another name crossed off the SK roster. And now, of course, we can see the move towards A. Fox again aggressively pushing towards A main. Doesn't get the kill from that little peek there. He's got to be careful. He gets on towards Freeze. Can he get the no-scope? No, Modi will manage to catch up towards him. And that's Acilian on towards AZ now. It is a 2v2. Acilian and Modi bringing it back. And that bomb over at A. Modi yet to plant. He's going to get it done right now. Michael Lilly can only look on.
How has this turned around so quickly? That nade does damage. Now Jacob swings out. He gets one kill. There's also a Molotov if they choose to clear out quad. That could be the winning play. And actually, Acilian pushes right into the fire. He's got to take that fight with that kind of a swing. Second round in overtime for FaZe. They go up 17-15. Again, just barely holding on. SK, what was that, 2-on-5? They almost brought it back in. That was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Acilian with 2, Modi with the 1 as well, working over towards A. I mean, Fox, again, pushing in towards A main again. If any position where you can get free information and give it over, and sometimes no information is a lot of information, of course.
And it felt like he was like just a half a second away from shooting that no-scope, and you could almost see it coming.
You tensed up in the chair as well. Yeah, well, not quite this time, unfortunately, but at least you can see where he was trying to go with that one. We love moments like that. Just not this time. It's going to be FaZe now again trying to set up here as well. 2 rounds in a row for them in this overtime, so it's been a darn good start on their CT side here. Ooh. Fox, there's the peak. Modi just didn't know what hit him. It was a very, very nice little early peek coming from Fox, and that's what you need as well to start these rounds off. Take a key player away from SK, remove some of their momentum, and Fox now can just sort of back up a little bit here, as SK still seem to want to work towards A. The bomb actually dropped in mid by the looks of things. Yes, I think someone's on the boost and got...
No, the radar's just a little bit messed up.
Oh, sorry, it was inside A lane. Okay.
It did look like it was mid. I thought that. I was like, huh, there's no way. There's no way they've done this. 6 shot from Fox, though. You can tell he's feeling it. Now AZ's going to be under a lot of pressure, though. Drop the Molotov so they can't jump through the smoke, and he's just going to hold an off angle. Yeah.
Molotov comes in. You can see SK spending a lot to try and make some egress towards this one. There's AZ, but Acilian takes the challenge, and he comes out on top. It's a 3v2. Magisk replies. Rain falls. Bomb being planted by Pimp. And Michael Ellie and Jacob to make their way separately, of course, towards his A side. It was a nade being thrown out by SK, a warning shot saying, don't come near our territory here. And FaZe would have loved a clean 3-0 in this half, but it might not be possible. Michael Lilly, though, against the odds, gets the pick on towards Magisk. That makes it even. Stevens now, 2v2. Pimp just caught around a corner. He's going to find Jacob. He peeks into Michael Lilly, who takes him out. But time is of the essence. It's a defuse kit on Michael Lilly, but he still needs to get through Freeze, who is looking healthy. Bit of a jump across, and that's some wishful thinking from the man, as Freeze is just going to put a stop to this nonsense and give SK 1 round for that half.
Yeah, 4-on-5 as well. So once again, SK man-down situation, entering onto that bomb site. They found all the shots they needed. That defense couldn't hold on. Michael Ailey almost had some really nice shots there at the end. But yeah, so SK grabs that 1 round. They absolutely needed that, especially in a low econ situation that they were in. They had 4 AKs, but a little light on nades. But now going into the second half of this overtime.
Yeah, I mean, almost thought it would work out. We saw Fox make that early peek, and get Modi off the table.
That was sick, wasn't it?
Yeah, and yet SK still committed to that one, doggedly pushing on.
I wanted to see him, keep up with that. It would be aggressive when that hit came in, peek around some of those smokes, but they just got cleared out of that bomb site. So a little bit rough, but now it goes back to the T side where FaZe had so many issues talking about not being able. I mean, the gun rounds first of all look hectic. They won a lot of their saves, a lot of their force buys. But this A bomb site, are they going to go back to it? Are they going to keep hitting this A site, or are they going to switch things up? Are they going to try and catch SK off guard? Because SK got so used to this. It was towards the middle portion of that half that SK started getting aggressive in mid, getting those quick flanks on.
That's right. Now a throwback, of course, to when SK were on the CT side, and well, they give up mid. So a team who likes to take it now just completely offer it over towards FaZe. Just maybe Pimp working on towards Sugar Cube, and Michael almost expecting to see a player push a long way forward here. FaZe go for a boost here, it'll be quite a late one. Smoke towards mid. Molotovs to all and sundry, just to make sure they have control. I mean, SK not really actually trying to establish strong presence here as well. They're confident enough giving it up, and Pimp didn't really need too much convincing to leave and go over towards A himself here. Yeah,
well, I mean, you see the remembering back to the regulation when there was no mid control out of FaZe. It was essentially all A bomb site hits. So they have 3 players stacked up here. So even though they've given up mid control, it still looks like FaZe wants to hit this A bomb site. So these 3 members are still going to put up a staunch defense.
Absolutely. Michael is going to be going towards A long, and Rain actually just goes straight on towards the side. He was on his own without backup for the moment, but he's still going to make things happen. Beautiful stuff, and AZ gets there as well to take care of FaZe. And now Pimp is just trapped on this one. He at least gets Rain. He at least buys some time, but there's going to be players surrounding him from every single angle, and a bit of a spray in the direction of AZ is not going to yield Pimp anything. And Acilian. Oh, it's looking a bit dire again here for SK. To be fair, Acilian now is all on his own. Should be able to get Jacob on the exit, even though he almost pre-fired in, Jacob did, but Silly now goes towards his B side, has to just sort of sit and wait for a couple more frags coming their way. In FaZe, this round coming up, it's going to be getting a little bit dangerous for SK. Yeah,
FaZe is going to be on map point now, up to 18. They need to get to 19, obviously, but AZ that round was a beast. He hits a stunner onto Freeze with that AWP and quad. Couldn't even react in time. It was a beautiful shot.
So FaZe need to make the flashy plays, at least make them at the right times, and they mean something. Acilian here is just going to wait this one out here, and he, all right, match point coming around here. So FaZe, starting things off with a T-side round win. We kind of talked about how good their T-side is generally on Cache as well. Kind of really hard to read into that looking at regulation, where it was just back and forth, and the entire first half was really quite strange until SK started stacking sites and just sat there. And FaZe struggled a little bit more here, but this is match point. FaZe have ground their way to this point. I'm looking to try and take this away. SK just want to stop them here, but again, they only got one chance to do so. It was mid as well. SK push in. See Modi actually quite far forward in there.
It's a little bit interesting they go back to it. FaZe did take it last time. I guess they felt like they were exploited. It was one of the rare times they gave it up for free. So want to go back to it. Now they have 3 members here once again. This allows them also to have a quick rotation over towards the B bomb site. If it is going to be a B hit, they'll have, Acilia, they'll have Madi pushing right through the vents, right hot on the heels of the terrorists. But for now, FaZe is content to just say spread out, make sure there's no aggression, no pushes, and they'll decide later where to end up.
Yeah, strange. SK, so happy to give up map control. I think it was 2 kills that came in from Highway that really undid SK in the last round. So fair enough. Pimp able to open up the account for SK on towards Rain. An important pick now as well. It's going to slow them up, especially following it up with the smoke. But FaZe again seem undeterred by this. They still want to pressure on towards B. No one towards mid, so there's no pivot for rotations. They just want to go with this one, so we'll see if it works out. I mean, Pimp being sat on the B side with nothing but a AWP could prove to be problematic, but not if he keeps hitting shots like that. Michael falls down. Jacob, don't do it, bro. Pimp's waiting for you. No, Jacob, perfect pick towards the head of Pimp. Undercaster's curse kicks in again. Brilliant start. FaZe have control of this site. SK, well, not really in a position to do much about it at this stage. A lot of smoke going over towards Hell. It was Jacob, though, tagged up fairly heavily cross. So retake scenario here for SK. Freeze with a AWP. Molotov here for Freeze as well. So they do have some tools to dig FaZe out of their hiding holes.
Oh, spam coming through Fox. Feeling very awkward. Now he's got to be wary of vents.
Oh, no.
But he pulls the nade out at the wrong time. Madi finds that one. The retake is on. Jacob and AZ inside the bomb site. Jacob inside the smoke. They jump on top of him. They've got to know he's in here, and they do clean him out in the end. So a hectic retake, but it works out in the end with this defuse kit. 17-18.
Pressure really getting to SK there as well. You see Fox just completely disoriented, of course, by the spam coming through. I think for half a second he wondered if it was actually coming through from CT side, through the roller door. Like, is this happening? No? Okay. Picks up the nade. Timing not on his side there.
What did you call it? What was that British word again? That, you know, the hectic.
Oh, higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah, higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah, that's a quality one. Yeah, you
I've
can
got
use
it-
that one.
I've got it,
Discredit
yeah.
me, but you can use that one, all right?
I've got to put it in the bank. That's brilliant.
It's hard to say, trust me. If you try and say it too fast as well, it sounds bizarre. And with my accent as well, people just like, what you saying, mate? No idea. Jacob, no?
Is he going to hear this? I don't believe so. Might have heard a little bit of running at the end that could give the indication it's up there. Either way, once again, SK with 3 members over towards that A bomb site. FaZe still spread out, but bombs towards A. And usually with FaZe this match, it's been whichever side of the map the bomb starts on, it's going to go that way in the end.
Yep. They've only got one gear sometimes, but at least they're able to just be pensive for a moment as the bomb just being left back. So FaZe want to make some openings here, and they definitely do seem more over on that A side here. It's going to be 3 players set up, and Pimp a little bit nervous about mid. The mini-map shows that he was just peeking towards Highway there. No one really forthcoming at all. I mean, this is it. SK have given up control, so Pimp has to now not only watch the push from A, but also towards Highway. So he's got to be on his toes. Molotov comes in. That's going to shake him out of position pretty easily, and then Jacob's going to get shut down by Pimp. So he made the push forward, and the timing ended up being good to trade 1 for 1. Not too shabby there. But still, Molotov in the way. Magisk up on that boost spot here as well. Should at least get 1 kill for this one. If he doesn't, yeah, it'll be a damn shame. He gets 2 as well, exceeding expectations. And SK Gaming look to take it to a second overtime. They're off to a damn good start. Asilian on towards Rain. Michaelelli very, very low. Gun down as well. And SK Gaming stay alive. Only just at some points there as well. So double OT, the dream, it's all happening here. And SK Gaming versus FaZe, definitely giving us some interesting passages of play, Moses.
Yeah, that's insane. So FaZe once again just can't make it work at this A bomb site, and it's getting locked out. SK has a really good setup for it. They know that FaZe loves to come towards this A site, so 3 members here. FaZe still hasn't caught on to it. So now it comes in, double overtime. What does FaZe switch up? Because they got locked out towards B when Pimp had that sick round. So, I mean, it's going to be really, really tough going for them. They need to, I mean, they've been, even when they get mid control, it seems like they almost like don't know what to do with it. That's why they're just kind of focusing on these A hits. So
SK Gaming happy enough to, yeah, for the most part, give away that mid control. Or maybe they're not confident in their ability to hold it all. It just doesn't work in towards their strategy. I mean, again, we're going to see how it works with FaZe trying to stop SK from getting any boosts or any sort of movements towards mid. Of course, they're going to start on the T side, if I'm not mistaken, again. So we'll see what they can put up here as well. A chance for them to set a cracking pace on the T side and then just close it out on the CT side would be ideal for FaZe at this stage as well. But both these two teams are really grinding it out here, and it's always measures and countermeasures, always trying to, I guess, outthink each other. But we're going to be into this one in just a second, guys. If you just joined us, we've still got one more map to come. It's going to be Mirage after this one. So far, it has been first overtime. A good start by FaZe, eventually shut down by SK with a good CT side. And now we'll see FaZe start off on the T side again. We do see an AWP for Freeze. No AWPs for FaZe whatsoever.
Yeah, the mid control once again being exerted. Well, actually not much. They just throw the smoke to pretend, to posture for it, and then they fall away. So 3 members back towards the A site. This might fool FaZe, but Rain and AZ going to put up the wall of smokes towards middle. They're going to come out. Pimp's the only one here doing any damage. But Freeze, he's got the off angle. And he's in a tough spot. If he misses this, there's nowhere for him to fall back to, but they're going to let AZ and Rain come up highway. This is the tactic that won in the first round of overtime, but SK's handling it so much better. It's a slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, Rain and Michaelelli now trying to make up for lost time, and Freestad just trying to poke that corner. Michaelelli's still quite healthy here. That might be something that FaZe can lean on, as Rain is still delivering the goods. 2 kills for him, and they made it a 2v2. The bomb also planted. Somehow FaZe, we said it was such a clean opening for SK Gaming. They've started to claw a few back in the mid to late round for SK, looking a little bit ragged right now. Modi could have thrown that nade and easily cleaned out Rain from that position there, but Asilian is going to do it the old-fashioned way. Michaelelli sat behind quad. He's got time. And there is no Molotov here for SK, albeit a couple of flashes and a nade as well. So Michaelelli picks forward. He's got to be aggressive here, but Asilian is going to cut him to the quick. And he'll have the kid on him to get the defuse there as well. But FaZe making that one costly for SK.
I don't even know how it got down to that close. All the kills went the way of SK so quickly. It ended up basically like 2-on-4, 2-on-5. They even things up, even get the bomb planted. So yeah, it is expensive, but either way, I mean, with the win there, SK is going to be pretty happy about that one. The economy doesn't matter as much in overtime. There's 3 rounds, and with the win, it pretty much solidifies you going forward. So FaZe back on the AWP that they managed to salvage, so there's not even really that expensive investment one more time. But FaZe down 1 round, again heading over towards the A bomb site. This time there's not going to be anyone coming from middle. Rain is just watching for pushes over towards the B bomb site. And once again, very, very passive all across the map from FaZe to open things up.
SK on the ESL Pro League ladder, looking to leapfrog FaZe into 8th place, and FaZe looking to put a bit more distance between them and the Danish squad here. And this overtime could be quite telling as we, of course, this is just the first match, guys. We still have a second one to come, which is going to be damn good as well. From what these two teams have shown us, at least they either have an understanding of each other or have an understanding of how to play these maps, and it's producing some very interesting scenarios here. But FaZe, again, late boost, Michael trying to open something up, and Jacob is also there.
Gonna land that flashbang
might
right on
not
the roof.
Yeah, Flash might not have gone the way Michael would have liked here. Towards Sandbags is where the peak is going to go. Michael there showing the classic warping that we know he can do. He misses that shot though. Tough angle, I guess, shooting down. And Modi's just going to try and sneak away there. Michael being baited out completely and utterly by that one. And Pimp is just going to more than happily snag that frag. Freeze Molotov out. Flash as well. He's going to try and keep himself safe for a moment. But look at the gap being closed by Fox. He gets right up into Freeze's face. And he's going to get the plant down. A lot of control over this side for FaZe right now. But Modi looking to release the grip. Flash for the moment. He's going to back right away. And Rain, free Rain to push now in towards Hell and pick up Pimp with 2v2. Bomb down. FaZe looking worse for wear. But Fox doesn't care how much health he has. One bullet is all he needs to get the kills on Rain as well. Great combination. Those two with 2 frags apiece. Really turning that one around nicely. And this is FaZe. Again, another T-side round. I mean, the second half could be very, very dangerous for SK. SK definitely want to as clean a sheet as they can manage here.
And FaZe, they're not going to want to go back towards mid control. They've been getting beat up on this T side, at least trying to go for it. SK Gaming has had firm hold of that. Whenever they have presence there, FaZe has no way of breaking that up. So I doubt they send anyone towards mid this time, just as a precaution. Once again, that smoke goes up, but it's just a ruse. It's going to be 3 members towards that A bomb site. Once again, Pip, Magisboy, and Freeze. They're just going to play the extremities of the map and say, all right, FaZe, take mid control, see what you can do with it. We don't care.
Pimp will at least be gravitating back and forth on highways, so still preferring to hold A, this man. You see him, he'll occasionally peek back behind him, as he was just about to do. Modi as well. Again, trying to vary his positions as much as he can at B and just try and catch Rain by surprise. You can see Modi played into Rain really nicely on this T side, actually. We saw him multiple times where he just completely read him like a book, and that was an easier read than Green Eggs and Ham. Modi picks up Rain as he does, trying to peek around a corner. 4 players left here for FaZe. It's a good look, man.
No, it's just incredible. I'm actually surprised that FaZe is rotating back towards the B bomb site, and Rain makes that peak so far ahead of them. If he had waited just a few seconds, that would have been able to get traded off. Now it's such a tough spot. Now they're in a little bit of a bait and switch. It's Cillian at an off angle. If they kill him, they might not believe that Modi is there. It's going to be a tough sell.
Oh, dear. This could be rough. FaZe are going to push forward here. Michael Eddy somehow staying alive. Vasily not able to get the spray down. And there's Jacob coming through. Fox takes down his teammate, and Modi is going to be happy to capitalize on that one. Fox also falls, and that was a bit of a cloud fiesta, but Michael Eddy can make up for lost time, at least at this stage. Gets a kill on towards Modi. He was the man causing so much trouble, but the damage already being done for SK Gaming. They've inflicted so much pain towards FaZe that Michael Eddy, 2 solitary points of health, and AZ as well. And they don't have much utility to work with as well, so it's a retake coming in from SK. Freeze with the AWP, but of course Magisk and Pimp are going to try and work this one from 2 different angles. Smoke keeping FaZe safe for now. And AZ's got to be careful as well. He's looking down towards the generator. He's going to be pushed onto in just a moment there. Bit awkward, but Magisk gets the jump through, gets the pick up. And Michael Ellie also falls. And SK Gaming get to wrap this one up in a pink bow and send it back. We will be seeing them go up here at halftime. Decent CT side from SK, I think, but some compromising situations definitely had to be salvaged.
Yeah, but just that stack. I mean, FaZe just coming in and just running right into that wall. Nice play from SK inside the B bomb site, dealing a lot of damage, delaying even more so, letting the rotations come in time. And AZ there at the end, trying to hold on behind that smoke, not expecting a jump over it.
Yep.
So he gets caught out just a little bit, but another good, another overtime round where SK gets 2. They're going to be up 20-19. They only need 2 rounds. We're looking for 22 to win.
I think we might have a triple O team, Moses. I'm just going to put it out there, mate.
Yeah?
Yep, I think so.
I think you're trying to play the caster's curse.
You read that well, actually. Well, because whatever I say, it generally does go wrong. But no, I mean, look, FaZe now obviously moving on towards the CT side. You see how much they try and challenge that mid control again. It's usually Rain and a combination of him and Fox as well. And they've done that again. Fox with the AWP going mid. Rain sat towards Sugar Cube here.
Rain's got 41 kills this match. What a monster.
Yeah. He's definitely been instrumental for FaZe. And still SK, we've seen this quite a few times, this sort of split up here. Jacob actually gets the better of Moddy there, as he does make the early peek over towards Sunroom, takes him down. Pimp now as well has to try and take up his position. That's definitely going to weaken the B presence for SK Gaming. And Acilion sitting back now as Magisk and FaZe. You can see them setting up now as well. Very much stock standard for SK Gaming. It's just rinse and repeat. They force Rain right away with the flash at his heels. Mid control, again, has to be surrendered. But here, remember, this is the kind of situation, Moses, where FaZe can stick someone up in A main and get that information and start to close in.
Yeah, if they decide to go for that right now, they're just saying no reason to risk anything. We have the man advantage, let's just play it. Rain's going to give him a second one. So him and Jacob winning their initial fights. And SK, all that's left is for this mid to B split, and it's relatively weak. It's only 3 members. Jacob and Michael inside the bomb site.
We're going to see Molotovs in both of their hands as well, so they're ready. Will it be quick enough? The timing has to work out, but Jacob as well, great little flick towards Pimp. He, this round, has woken up, getting 2 important kills on that B side, and Michael just going to crouch down there as Jacob is sent packing by FaZe as he's still looking over towards that side, and decent timing from the man. Rain might just make a meal of himself now as he does push forward. FaZe is going to take that one away. That's a bullet prime for the next shot as well. He will instead relocate. As it is the spam coming through the wall, of course. FaZe inching on towards the site. Interesting spearhead to use for a site take, but I've seen worse. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out there for FaZe as Michael Lily does get the double spraying down as Acilion followed FaZe to the grave.
Yeah, and it looked like for a second FaZe was going to throw 2 members through those vents to just get slaughtered by that AWP, but all they had to do is just hold it. That second player, smart play to just stay back and don't get killed. You have a setup where even if they take the bomb site, you're very quick on their heels. You have them boxed in, so don't give up that kind of positioning. So FaZe do take the first round of the second half of second overtime.
And this game definitely delivering.
Surprisingly, because it did look, I mean, even the analysts, it looked on paper like FaZe. This is one of those matchups where you say FaZe should be able to just take this one pretty handily. But SK, a good showing here. And it's not just one player blowing up. You look at the scoreboard, it's Magisboy at 36, Maudi's right behind him at 33, both of them having very, very strong performances.
And of course, FaZe as well, managing to... Bit of a rocky start for him, some missed peaks, but he's definitely managed to tighten up the bolts a little bit now and is really giving FaZe some trouble, like we saw last round.
Well, and FaZe is just giving SK some trouble right now. A couple rounds now in a row where they've had the opening kill. Fox spots one out far away. That's information gathered. Nade comes out. He's going to get that kill as soon as he pulls the trigger. Thank God he did. Almost lands another one, but Magisboy TK's Pimp. So it's down to a 4-on-1.
Oh, that's just not what you want, especially after seeing Rain actually get picked up. There was a glimmer of hope there for SK, snuffed out in an instant. And Magisk not really helping anyone there either. So towards A main, because the bomb's there. Nothing to lose at this stage. Magisk has to go forward, and looks like we're going to see FaZe Clan go to yet another map point. Magisk has the smoke at least to try and creep through. There's just not much. I mean, he may have magic in his name, but he's going to need more than smoke and mirrors to actually win this round through, and he's going to back away from that one as well. There's not much he can really do about that one. Try and keep himself alive. His team just counseling him. Hold on to what you have here.
I'm wondering if he just books it for the B bomb site. He's got to save his gun, but I mean, he doesn't know this obviously, but it is wide open. He could have gotten over there.
Yeah, well, he probably could have made it work at 14 seconds, I think, when he actually pulled out of A main.
Yeah.
So would have been a struggle for him.
But now it's the tough part. Yeah, do it.
That's right.
Do it, Rush. Oh, you
Yep.
just drew. You did not do the timing on it, Rush.
That's it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen like 12 seconds written next to it. But okay, so it's possible, sure enough, but not willing to take the chance there. And that might be a very important chance going begging for SK now as FaZe set up going towards his match point here as well. FaZe, he is pretty strapped for cash.
Yeah, and this is a similar buy, if I remember correctly, that SK had when they actually forced overtime in regulation.
Yeah.
It's very similar. They had one Tech 9, able to make it work anyways. Now Fox, this is aggressive. This is one of those you win or lose by this plays.
And is he going to win or lose? No, he's definitely rolling the dice right now. He's the only player for FaZe who he was at least over at B, but Michael Ellie has been called up from reserve duty to join him. Again, Fox is just, he knows there's a lot of weight on this next shot from him. He has an idea of exactly what he's playing for now. So Fox smoked away. He's actually going to now make the peek over towards this little corner here. Does get the one shot. Very, very important. Pimp falls down. Grenade to follow up now. Smoke's still in his way. He goes for another peek and a Molotov to try and draw him out. The flick is not going to work. Modi takes him down. The off angle not really suiting Fox, but Rain is there on towards Magisk and now mid-control to FaZe. They can now flank in on towards this one. Oh, Jacob gets flashed up straight past Cillian. Not sure what was going there. And FaZe down to 2 already. This is going all wrong after FaZe had already lost Rain, of course. Now Michaelelli and AZ have to hold this site to give their team the winner. Of course, they have to split the sites. They have to have one at each. So Michaelelli 1v3 to win the game, essentially. His toes are getting a bit crispy now. The push imminent. The spray down is not quite what he would have liked. He's going to get cut away at SK. Yep, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know about Caster's Curse. Caster's Curse only works when it's something like you don't actually want to happen, but when you're not trying to use it. When you are trying to use it, it just laughs in your face. AZ now has it all to do. To be fair, SK, low health. AZ has a kit. It's going to have to be some pretty heavy lifting from this man right now, and he can't really see too much. No peaks quite yet. There was a slight peak coming out from Checkers, but Modi shuts him down. 4 kills for Modi in that round. Absolutely stunning take, and SK Gaming shows what they can do with 3 AKs, a Galil, and a Tech 9.
I don't understand what FaZe was doing. They had that round pretty safe. They were comfortable. They pop flashed in towards Checkers, and Jacob gets completely blind by it. And you didn't even need to make that play. They had mid control. SK was boosting up into the vents, but you had a couple members there to defend against that. They went on the aggressive just one too many times, and they get punished for it.
I don't know, mate. It's a very awkward couple of moments there. I mean, yeah, saw Jacob go down, and that was when the tides really started to turn.
It's a made push. I'm just like, all right, why not? Like, if you're going to make that kind of play, you better be damn sure that flashbang is well timed, because then you just look kind of silly.
Jacob dicing with, oh no, it was actually Rain, I think, as well. He made some pretty aggressive peeks towards B main. He got the one, and then decided to go back in for the closer angle at Checkers, and a bit tough to have lost him now. So here we are again, overtime number 3. The dream lives. This game is the gift that keeps on giving. It's like the blender my grandmother gave me for Christmas that I thought I'd never use. I use it now. Long story short.
Why not?
It's going to be FaZe on the CT side here. Hi, Grandma. And yeah, starting on the CT side. Let's see what they can do here. I mean, they've definitely fluffed things up there against SK on the back side of that one here. I just want to see if we see any big changes now. If there was ever going to be any time for these guys to mix it up and go for something different. Wouldn't hurt to start thinking about it.
Well, here's a little bit of switch up aggression in towards A main, and actually SK, they didn't spot the push, obviously, but that smoke comes out. They had 2 members crawling backwards to dodge a pop flash, and as soon as that smoke deploys, they just bail out. So they didn't like what they saw, readdress the situation, but now that's a lot of information gained by FaZe, and they're just going to boost up in this A bomb site. This will allow them to rotate some players off, to cheat over towards mid, to cheat over towards the B site. And once again, we've seen this play out multiple times. Fox and Magus Boy, these 2 exact members in this situation where they're just going to get smoked off.
Yeah, and it's going to be a Molotov towards Sandbags and a flash over towards Sugar Cube and Bob's Your Uncle. So same thing. Magic's now in towards mid, but yeah, Fox has just had to rotate straight. He knows now. Like, it's pretty well drilled. He just backs straight away towards Highway. At least has a modicum of mid control from where he is, but SK will again be more than happy to take that. So Magic can freeze and moving up. Oh, the flick! Not quite going to be enough for Fox. That's a ridiculously hard off-angle to hit, of course. And Freeze going to punish. This is mid-control. FaZe don't seem to have an answer for that yet. And it's definitely hurting him so far. But Rain, as always, pushing into A main. As always, only gets 1 kill. But will it be enough? AZ, like Batman, comes down, but it's not going to be enough. Cillian almost ready for that one. The bat signal probably gave it away. And now it's just Jacob and Michaelelli, who are split. Going to get planted down here by SK. Good little spray down by Magisk. And it's going to make things very, very tricky for FaZe as Michaelelli has to come forward. Modi sat himself on the site, and Cillian will pick it up there. So T-side round for SK. FaZe have squandered plenty of their own here, and SK definitely don't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah, and this buy-up now gets really dangerous for FaZe because they're all the way down basically below 500 on most of them. So if they're to lose this round going into the 3rd, they're going to have close to nothing, just pistols. So this is essentially 2 rounds for SK if they can win this one. And that time, it's really nicely done. They gain mid-control again, and they go up towards the A-bomb site instead of B, which is what FaZe was used to. Michaelelli down to 22, Jacob Span down to 56. So good advantages. SK softened up a couple players on the CT side. Still postured over towards the B-bomb site.
And Michaelelli seen better days, and he's going to back away. He's going to let Rain take the position here at Hell. Michaelelli upset, going up top side here as well. Going to squeeze himself onto the edge of the rafters here as well. So hoping for hopefully 1 kill and be able to fade away instead. Going to make his way in towards Checkers. He does have a player close by. Jacob. Modi, though, takes down Michaelelli. He was already quite low, so coming forward a little bit risky perhaps in the Molotov. Oh, my lord. Jacob had no idea it was burning him so low before he could get out of it. Magisk does deliver the final blow here. So Modi and Magisk again doing serious work, and SK now, they've pretty much broken over B, but they might head elsewhere.
Yeah, smart play. They wanted to hit that B bomb site, but FaZe gives him a couple kills there. Michael gets over aggressive. The Molotov forces him out of vents, and a second Molotov to burn him alive. So now they have the entire map at their disposal. Fox is in the middle. But outside of that, AZ and Reyna and Fox, they're all very much alone. They're all very much isolated. So AZ's about to have a lot of pressure put on him. And look at all the nades that SK has to use. They haven't even used much to get those 2 kills.
The timing on the pop flash wasn't bad there. I think it was Cillian trying to come out exactly when it went off. But AZ now as well. He's pretty well on his own. He's got to come through. Fox at least is there, and he gets a spray down. It was AZ to claim the kill. But AZ, every angle, looking back and forth, doesn't really know where to have his gun pointed. That wasn't a terrible place to have it. And now at least Rain has been given a 2v1 situation. This is workable. He does have a defuse kit as well. He's going to go straight for this one. Pimp drops 1v1 Magis now on the other side of that box. He sat himself around. He's going to get behind those 2 barrels and he goes down. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here from Rain and FaZe are going to keep in step here. They're going to take the CT side here. What looked like a unrecoverable round. SK broke on towards the B side, got 2 kills and then rotated away.
No one from SK really aggressed onto that A bomb site. It was just one player tries to enter, he falls, and the next person up is the Alper. There's no AK there to trade. Everyone else swung out towards the forklift, so they didn't barrel into the bomb site. They didn't take it over quick enough. And when the defense is so split like this, with one member in mid, one at A, and one at B, Rain actually has plenty of time to rotate and get there at the opportune moment and pick one off before putting himself in a 1-on-2. So just a little bit of mistake from SK, and now look at Fox. He feels a little confident again. We saw this last time as well, and they actually might continue forward on this one, and it's going to be Modi who's going to be put under pressure.
Fox, the timing. It's been about timing a lot in this game so far, and Modi is going to miss a golden opportunity, or at least keep himself alive. Either way, it's Pim to take down AZ and FaZe. Yeah, I don't really know what they're trying to work with that one. Fox so aggressive. The fact that he's got an AWP pushing this deep is, well, mind-boggling really, but he'll be able to get a frag and actually be able to smoke himself back away. And look at Jacob as well, coming all the way around to T-spawn. This is a very aggressive CT attempt here for FaZe. And, well, it's not going too badly. They've been able to do a lot of damage towards Pimp, still got on towards Jacob. And they've definitely shaken SK from their branches like an angry koala. Let's see if SK have the claws to match. It's going to be Pimp and Magis now working in towards A main, and Cillian, as you would expect, will be trying to make something happen towards Squeaky there. So SK have 3 to work to this site. FaZe still have to split. They actually have to play Michaelelli 1v3 or 2v3 at the best if Rain is quick on the rotate. So it's always an advantage there for T-side.
Yeah, that smoke's going to delay him from getting into the bomb site. Now they have to make a choice, either jump through it or climb over. Michaelelli would have an advantage. Pop Flash comes out as well. He's going to jump his way back to Claude, but they're jumping out. How did he get that? Pimp falls, can't land the kill. Cillian finally cleans it out, and the second one as well. But what a shot from Michaelelli.
Don't know how he managed to get away with that one, but still, he eventually goes down. So there is a sense of balance in the world somewhere. Bomb is down, and Fox now has to make his way around. Only got an AWP here as well, which is just obviously pretty shocking as a retake weapon. He's looking for something else, but I don't really think he'll have it. Oh my lord, it's Cillian get wrecked, son, and it's going to push around with the P250. Fox comes alive. That was incredible stuff to take the round away. I'm telling you, Caster's Curse only works when you don't want it to.
What is happening in this match?
So done. Okay, then.
That was incredible from Michaelelli, and Fox is just like, I'll do you one better, bro.
It's just, we keep seeing this from FaZe as well. I mean, their setup, their mid-round sometimes leaves a little bit to be desired, and then they just go absolutely bonkers in the last few seconds to bring it back. Look at this. In trouble. Flick up. How's your father? Pin goes down. I don't know, man. That was great. This game delivers.
I mean, back-to-back 1-on-2s, the SK is going to be crushed if they drop this map.
Yeah, but you'd be starting to tilt. This is Fox as well. All right, buddy.
He even jumps here. If he doesn't jump, that's like a definite kill. It got a little bit sticky there for a second. I thought if Fox misses it, like 1 or 2 more bullets, it's all over. But what a play.
That's what we like to see here as well. So FaZe, bit of flashy play, making them when they need to be made, has kept themselves in this one here. And now we're going to be heading into the second half. It's going to be FaZe Clan up on the T side this time. We've seen them being able to orchestrate some interesting stuff here as well. This is overtime 3, guys, in case you're wondering. So these 2 teams are definitely going to make it half of themselves. And I want to see, like, it's almost like who breaks first. They're just clashing heads every single time. And You know, we have to see if whoever breaks first here is still going to be broken come towards the next map as well, because both these guys are going to be playing a bit of a marathon over 2 maps here.
Well, essentially 3 when you count all the overtimes we're getting.
That's true.
It's beautiful. Oh, look at this. Here's a switch up from SK. Looks like Pimp's going to get a reverse boost. Is this going to work out the timing of it? FaZe, they're watching it, so they got the angle on it, so Pimp just falls away. No harm, no foul. They both back off, call a truce. Now Cillian can retire to the vents, hang out over with Madi at the B bomb site. That's a solid defense, Evan. Pimp still has eyes on mid, but he'll have a quick rotate to either bomb site as long as FaZe doesn't try and take over this mid control. They're going to go for it again.
It's not common for SK to actually stake their claims so ardently towards any part of the map here. We hear this, no? Pimp gets himself up. Oh, as the duck there is the Molotovs are going to come across, and Pimp, well, second try doesn't end the kill, but Jacob not too far behind. He gets his own boost up there as well and punishes Pimp for such an audacious attempt. Most of FaZe are positioned over towards this side of the map. You can actually see that the player in mid is going to be able to herd FaZe towards the A side. They can't really go B until Cillian is dealt with. And Jacob is in the mid. He dropped down as well, so yeah, he's going to get picked up there. Cillian, good positioning for him. Just a bit of unexpected play now. And they're going to split 2 and 2, interestingly enough, here, even though there's no prospect of a B hit. That's why Modi's going to have to rotate and do it real quickly. FaZe is able to hold on at least. And he's looking for a shot through the smoke. Won't make it. And he's got to watch his right in a second. He's going to have company. Fox is going to press him. And a great shot from FaZe to clean him up. And now Michael, the bomb was in the hands of Fox, I believe. So he's got to cross. There's 3 players looking at him. Cillian is watching any sort of flank there as well. So he will go down, and 23-all. SK Gaming, bring it back.
Got to run the gauntlet there at the end. A little bit unfortunate, but no plant out of FaZe that round. So SK, pretty solid win with 3 members surviving. They're going to be okay moving into this round. 23-23. 25 is the winning number, I believe.
Yeah.
Today's Counter-Strike lottery. Counter-Strike Powerball.
We'll see. I would be too certain here, but of course, whatever the team takes this one away is going to be looking down the barrel of match point. They'll be loving that one. So no warp here for FaZe. So they're going to have to phase up without the zoom stick. It's going to be Freeze, though. He's got one. We're looking in towards A main. Molotov's coming in towards him. Not really connecting. Well, we're getting in towards that corner, I guess, but Freeze is still safe to make peeks. There's that second Molotov. Oh, the point-blank shot! AZ goes down. And this is going to really slow things up here as Freeze, bolstered by that first kill, is going to be able to take down Jacob as well. Bomb on the ground. He can just watch it as any attempt to be made is going to be shut down. Michael Eddie gotten towards Freeze, but he's going to now leave it towards Rain to try and hold this one back. He gets on towards Magis. This guy, seriously, not again. It'll be a 4K to win this round back, but Rain is not able to do it this time. Cillian will shut him down. FaZe Clan, are they running out of gas here? SK Gaming looking to get the win here. It's been a long one between these two. Match point, though, crucial times.
It did start to look like they're running out of a little bit of gas. This execution was relatively weak, blinding themselves coming through the smoke. Also, you can see Jacob there running into their own Molotov in the corner. It's not out yet, so he's just burning. So a little bit disjointed as they hit the bomb site in this marathon match. A little bit of a confusion, and look at Cillian. Now it's his turn to get aggressive. But he just takes the peek and falls back. He doesn't want to push up. Good choice, because it did look like Rain was ready for that.
Yeah. And Rain, the kind of player who will be peeking early to try and get picks, at least can put himself in his opponent's shoes and think in that way. Very, very important to be able to do. So there's a few players for FaZe grouped up in a boost position, looking for that mid control. So SK tried to take mid control, use Pimp, of course. They traded 1-for-1 there, which obviously favors FaZe. And now they're just going to give it up, play that more defensively. Pimp just is going to be looking at any sort of push through mid. Is Michael Elite not even smoking up mid. In fact, he seems to be confident enough that no one's going to be able to pressure him. 3 players towards B here. So Pimp's made the correct rotation, for lack of a better intermediate term. There comes the Molotov down. AZ finds on towards Modi. Cillian trying to hold on here. It's match point, and it looks like FaZe are going to hang on for the moment. Pimp, though, from up above, takes a player down, and he does drop the bomb, and now we do see FaZe have to make it work somehow, but Pimp, beautiful stuff. AZ, who's had a pretty rough last few rounds, he drops. And now it's looking dire for FaZe right now. It's Michael Ellie and Fox. Fox has the bomb. At least can go for some plant. You can see Pimp quickly trying to get himself around towards mid. Michael Ellie will be looking that way. No bomb plant yet. That is the big factor here as well. Time ticking down for Fox. He needs to get some plant. Freeze will be watching there from heaven, so it's going to be the plant down. The Molotov not able to shake Fox away. Goes for the tickle. And Pimp now makes a wide flank, a very wide flank, in fact, from B main. So he hasn't gone through vents like Michael Ellie would have expected. This could be big. Michael Lilly might even make the peak. He sees him. He doesn't quite get the finish, though, as well, and he's given the game away. It's a 3v2. Remember that one now. Michael Lilly forced to come forward. The bomb still ticks away. Fox holding on there. Just holding on, trying to spray up towards heaven. Now Magisk has got himself on towards the site. This could be very, very dicey. Michael Lilly finally gets the better of Pimp, but Magisk takes down Fox. He's on the side. Michael Lilly, it's all on his shoulders right now. He's trying to spray up towards Rafters, but he can't get it done. SK Gaming finally, oh my giddy aunt, get it done. It's 25-23, and that was a marathon of a first map.
You could see in that retake and even the post-plant defense, none of them wanted to make the mistake. Michael Lilly not wanting to commit to that fight. Pimp doesn't want to commit to his, and that's smart by Pimp because with the man advantage, just staying alive at that angle forces Michael Lilly to consider that kind of path of the retake. Yep. So he just has his attention, keeps him occupied from helping his teammate inside the bomb site. So finally, after all that...
Yeah, I mean, we saw as well, Pimp just try to play it slow, at least give his team the opportunity for a refrag at the end there. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about as well, but our desk is still stunned by how close that one was. So we're going to throw to a break.
I just got word that they were actually they were feeling a little bit overworked after that triple overtime. Yeah, they've had a tough time over there eating Chinese food.
I heard it's tough. Lauren has been saying how hard it is to be an analyst beforehand. Yep. So fair enough, guys.
Union
we'll
rules.
Let them continue to stuff their faces with Chinese, and we'll be back after the break. Map 2 just around the corner. It's going to be Mirage, FaZe, and SK continue to go at it.